All right.
Wonderful.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Roll with Advantage. My name is Joe, and welcome to session number 44 of the Salamander Coast. Happy to be here. Happy to be back. Sorry for missing last week. 7 days ago, I had a wisdom tooth removed that was impacted and decayed. So if that's never happened to you, let me give you a word of warning right now. Brush your teeth, and as soon as you feel tooth pain, don't say, this is probably normal, and not have it addressed for a while, because that's a terrible idea. On top of that, if when you're 17, a dentist tells you you should get those 2 teeth removed before you go to college, don't wait until 2 years after you graduate from college when it becomes a really big issue to get them removed. Listen to your dentist, listen to your doctors. They are medical experts for a reason. So yeah, that little side tangent aside, I'm very excited to get into our session today. We got some good combat. We got some tasty Ratatouille story bits that I'm very excited for. That made it sound like they're related to Ratatouille in some way.
This is Ratatouille campaign.
I watched Ratatouille recently, and I love it. And
an excellent movie.
It is.
Linguini Coast.
Please.
Yeah, it is a truly think it's their magnum opus, because it's one of the best. Anyway, yeah, let's not delay any longer. I don't want to talk about Ratatouille. I mean, I do. I'm always down to talk about Ratatouille, but we're here for D&D, so let's do that instead. Let's roll the intro, and then let's go ahead and get started.
This. Is the chef lady in Ratatouille super French?
I don't think she's the only French one. I'm sorry.
I mean, also, there are multiple characters that have a French accent in Ratatouille.
Yeah, because the head chef.
The head chef does. The lawyer does. The lady does. Gusteau does.
It's just extra French.
They're just
French squared.
Now, but other characters don't. I understand that Linguini not
Wasn't
having one.
Wasn't Linguini half American though, or
I'm pretty sure.
No, he is. Yeah. Okay, so at least with him it makes sense.
There we go.
And most of the other people do have French accents. It's just the rats, but it makes sense that most of the rats are, I don't know, either just neutral American or they have like Remy's dad. It's got like a Boston accent.
Neutral, is it? Huh?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, rats are from New York.
Yeah, they originated in New York.
That's their country of origin. They have the vote now in New York. Did you guys hear that?
I did, yeah. Okay, anyway, like I said, we're gonna stop talking about Ratatouille because this is
sad.
Not what the session is about. Okay, so. Okay, real quick, just one last thing about accents and dialects in movies. You know the worst thing about Les Mis, the movie musical?
A lot.
Is that it takes place in France, and the only dialect that's used is like a British dialect by like American actors, and you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was
my name's Gavroche.
Yeah.
Like, why are they?
Oh, here's my patch.
It's so good.
What?
Anyway, I'm so sorry. Sorry, that it just got to me. Okay. All right.
I
So
can never be sorry, Joe.
thank you, Cameron. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive in. So, picking up where we left off last week, as is tradition. Sorry, I just started thinking about Fiddler on a Roof. As is tradition here on the
Oh my god.
It's a weird day for me. As is tradition here on RWA, instead of me doing the summaries, I like to let the players do the summary. To keep it fair, we rotate every week, so that way it's not the same person doing the same bit of work every single time. So this week, the summary is being done by Cameron Suni Kalukatho. So, Cameron, whenever you are ready, feel free to take it away, my man.
All right. Last we left off, our intrepid group of adventurers had just recently been split in Tyr's temple, with half the party kind of going with Mira. What is his name? Mimir. I almost said Miriam, and I was like, that's not right. Going with Mimir to check out Odin's private office, and the rest of the party staying at the party, speaking with Rose Fisher. After some stressful events in both areas, we reconvened in our room and kind of debriefed with all of the information we had gotten, airing out all of our suspicions of Odin and such on. We moved on in the morning after we were all got a good night of sleep. Bianca went to meet with her new friend, Hel, who let her know about her group, the Valkyries, and offered basically to help her reclaim her soul from Isin if she took the oath and became a Valkyrie. Bianca chose to do so and earned a pretty righteous new magical item, which she thus immediately tested out. And found quite a few spirits roaming around in the halls near Odin's office. Choosing to speak with one, this is the details I'm foggy on. I don't really remember what the spirit told Bianca. I know kind of just general stuff about when that woman was alive and around Odin and the birth of Cecily, I think, but I'm not 100%. After that, even the stress elevated as Odin and Thor entered his office, forcing Bianca to roll a hella high stealth check to avoid them knowing that she was there, and heard some juicy details about that Tyr was maybe favored by Estrid instead of Odin, as we all had kind of been told by Odin that she had Cecily from him. And after that stress went away, they left. Odin, reconvening with the rest of the party, helped us or told us that we needed to go to this cavern with Thor's two sons. We all kind of aired out. In that time, Suni aired out all the grievances with the twins. It didn't go great, but it went okay. We're all at least not fighting anymore. We reconvened with everybody. And this point, Keothi was given a letter telling her that she was being summoned by the High Council of her people. So she decided to leave after some heartfelt goodbyes. We then went to the cave, took a split-off road with Thor's sons, coming in, finding out that this cave was actually a dwarven mine, or not a dwarven mine, but more like a tomb, finding all of these bodies of these dwarves on the ground, and finding a letter that was placed there that we found to have several names of these Dowie, as it were, dwarves. And then, as that happened, the Draugr rose up and we prepared to fight. I'm sorry, that was horrible.
No, you're good. Alrighty, so yes, that is it, right? So the main thing, right, that is important to cover is that those names that were on that piece of paper that Carasilla picked up and read out loud. Those names being Inlil Bani, the leader of the Dowie clans, the radiant lord of the Dowie, as it was said on there. Then there was Lao Fei, the leader of the giants, and Ara Yormlo. No titles given. And it said that all three of these people had disbanded the Order of the Amaranthine Exiles, whatever that means. Now, as you were reading those words aloud, Suni, using the abilities as a paladin that you do to sense undead, fiends, or fae around you, you began to feel the presence of dormant undead, until after all of those words left Carasilla's mouth. Finishing reading all of that, you could see these dwarven skeletons begin to rise from the ground, decayed flesh and rotted armor and flesh, standing to face all of you, undead, now sparked with life. And with that is where we're going to go ahead and pick up. So as all of you look around you, you can see there are 6 undead that are rising from the ground beneath you. And that is, oh no, and that is where we're going to go ahead and pick up. All right. So with that, I would like everybody to roll for initiative, please. Everybody, the turn tracker here. All right, cool. Draugr.
Music.
Draugr. Oh, wow. Okay, somebody rolled a natural 20. That was awesome. Oh, geez, it was the Draugr. Okay, all right.
It was you twice.
Oh, God. Look at them go. All right.
Turn that volume on that effect down a little bit.
I
Yeah.
got very scared. All right, Bianca, what'd you get?
She got 22.
22. Okay.
I'm on mute. 22.
Okay, 22. All righty. Then we have Cecily.
17.
17. All right, Carasilla.
16.
16. Morwin.
14.
14. Suni.
15.
15. All right. Sounds good. Okay, so with that, we'll go ahead and begin combat. Bah. All right. Here we go. Starting up at the top of the turn order, we have the Draugr just really kind of kicking it off. So with that, this like dwarvish undead just sort of begins to stumble up, this axe in their hand and shield, and the other, they just begin to stumble and eventually run towards you, Ashima, being the closest target. 5, 10, 15. Gonna get right up next to you. And it is going to use 1 axe attack, and then it's going to reach towards you with its other hand sort of letting go of the shield for a brief moment.
Ickies.
Yeah, so we're going to go for 1... oh, shoot. Okay, well. So that's a 10. So that's going to be a miss. Alrighty. And then the other attack here is going to be a life drain attack. Test that out there.
Yikers.
Okay, so that is going to be a 16 to hit.
It does not.
Does not hit. Okay, very cool. Alrighty. Nice. All right. So that is going to be the end of this one's turn right here. You can see that as its hand reached out towards you, it was reaching to grab like right at your neck and shoulder. You could see its hand turn like bright white hot. But luckily you were just able to dodge right out of the way before it was able to land that blow. So we got another Draugr here. This one is going to go straight towards you, Morwin, as you're the closest target to it. Okay. Alrighty. So then what we have here... let's see what's going on here. Sorry. Close out of that. Edit. Oh, God. Okay, so it's going to swing... and it's going to do the same thing. Going to make 1 axe attack and then 1 life drain attack. So it's going to be a 17 and a 13.
The 17 hits, the 13 misses.
Okay. So while the axe does come crashing down into your armor and scraping up against the plate, you will take 6 points of slashing damage there. But luckily, you dodge out of the way of the hand that was outstretched towards you.
And since he missed, I am going to use one of my superiority die, and I'm going to repost to make an attack as a reaction.
Oh, nice. All right. Show him who's boss.
All right, that's a 21.
That's a hit.
All right, that's 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Okay, sounds good. 13. All right, gotcha. Okay, all righty. So then with that, we will hop from their turn to Bianca.
Okay. Are these things like ghosty, kind like undead?
They
Right.
are not, they are corporeal. So they're definitely physically here in the material plane.
But they don't have blood.
No, they do not have blood. No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to come up to this one. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what the hex is. And going to take damage for my Crimson Right, and then do 2 swings on that one. And then Shoot. I can't ping. I forgot how to ping.
Hold left
Is this
click.
how you ping? Okay, ping. Fuck. No. Hold
Just
left
hold-
click.
Hold.
I'm trying. It's not working.
No.
Oh my god.
I can't see where your cursor is currently at.
This guy.
Okay.
Shoot that one. 2 hits on this one.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Okay. So I'll do the first 2 swings. Wait. That's not... Okay, there. Well, that was a natural 1, so I guess that misses.
Okay.
And then a 19.
Okay. 19 will hit.
Okay, and then with Deadeye for the next one is a 20, unnatural.
Okay, that hits.
So we'll do... So the first one is... How much damage? 9 points of damage. And the second one is... Oops, stop. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. 9 points of damage for both of them.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
9 and 9. All right, sounds good. Boom, boom, boom. And then we come to, after that, we come to this one. This one is going to, let's see, since Ashima, you already have one, this one's going to come straight towards Cecily. And is going to make longsword and life drain attack. So that is going to be... Okay, so 1, 2... Alrighty. So that's going to be a 22 for the longsword and then a 16 for the life drain?
So the D20 rolls, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, those both hit.
Okay.
But hopefully I'm not dead immediately.
Okay, so you take 4 points of slashing damage from the longsword, or from the the axe, and then you
Cool.
will take... you'll take 5 points of necrotic damage from the second one, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I am average at those.
Yay!
Yeah.
Average!
Yay!
N. I got a 10.
10. Oh, I thought you said N, like the letter. I was like, okay.
What the hell
10.
does that mean?
That is a failure. So not only do you take, what did I say, 5 points of necrotic damage, but your hit point maximum is also reduced by 5 hit points.
Ouchie.
And it will
Okay,
stay that
I
way
will make-
until you take a long rest.
Ouchie. That's bad for the rest of this tomb.
Ugh.
What a way to kick it off, right? Alrighty, with that, Cecily, though, it is your turn.
Alright, well, I got new shit. So here's what I'm gonna do. First off, I'm gonna move there. I use 10 feet of, or I guess, could I just... No, that's 10. Okay. So I use 10 feet of my movement to get there. And then I want to cast Lightning Bolt in a straight line north and hit these two. The one that's right next to me and the one that's next to Bianca.
Okay.
It's not new. You've always been able to do that.
Well, hold on, though.
Okay.
Well, hold on. All right, so let's see here.
We got some
Go ahead
here,
and-
maybe.
Roll the damage, and it's DC 14 Dexterity for that save.
Okay, DC 14. Pop. That is a 9 on the one next to Bianca, and then the one right in front of you, that's going to be a 15.
Okay, so the one that failed takes 32 lightning damage.
Woo.
The one that succeeded will take 16, but I have a new ability that whenever I cast a spell that does lightning or thunder damage of first level or higher, as a free action, I can deal an extra 3 lightning or thunder damage to any target I want within 10 feet. So, what I'm imagining is, normally Cecily has been, throwing the spells out with aggression. This is more, she just instinctually weaves her hand around, and there's a faint sound of, wind and rustling weaves and, a breezy shoreline, and then the lightning just immediately shoots out of her calm hand. And then there's a ripple effect that does 3 more additional lightning damage to the 2 Draugr that are next to me and Ashima.
Okay, alrighty.
And then, also whenever I cast a spell of 1st level or higher, I can use my bonus action to create a surge of wind that flies me 10 feet in any direction without provoking opportunity attack.
Nice.
So, I'm also going to fly 10 feet that way,
Okay.
and then use my remaining 20 movement to just get up here.
Okay.
And that will be the end of that. And Cecily is going to just be looking at her hands and just be like, and that will be the end of my turn.
All right, sounds good. Okie dokie. All right, so we move on from Cecily to Carasilla.
Okay, so how bad is the one? Because it's this front one that failed the save from Cecily, right?
No, it's the one right next to Bianca.
Oh, it's the other one. Okay. Well, that's fine then. So first of all, Carousel is just gonna like put a hand on Cecily, and give her some good old bardic.
Oh.
If you keep that up, I think this will go quite well. And she is going to dissonant whispers onto the one in front of Ashima up here for a Wisdom 14 save.
Okay, Wisdom 14. But that's going to be a failure.
Okay, so he take... waiting for it to roll. 18 damage.
Oh,
And must flee away with all his movement and get away from Ashima, essentially.
Okay, on his next turn?
No, as a reaction. So
Oh, as a
now.
reaction. Okay. All right, so we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25.
But is that the one you targeted, or the one above Ashima?
Oh, wait. Sorry, yeah, that front one up here.
Oh,
one.
okay. All right, so you said it was 18 points of damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So with 18 points of damage, that is enough to just do that one in. As you just... those
cool.
dissonant...
Yeah.
Wait, what type of damage is Dissonant Whispers?
Psychic it should be?
Psychic. Okay. All right. So psychic damage, you create those dissonant whispers, and you can just see the undead dwarf, this Draugr, just begin to like scatter and look around. And as it begins to run, you can just see that it just begins to like scratch at its helmet until it's just cracking into the skull and just ripping and tearing that decayed, gnarly flesh off of its bones until eventually it's just ripping bits and chunk of skull out until eventually the entire head crumbles to dust as the entire body just whoosh, falls over into a scattering mass of bones on the ground, the clanking of armor, the axe sliding across the ground. All right. So it can't run. I hope that's okay, but it's dead though.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay, so anything else, Caracella?
Nah. Stay right there.
Ooh, actually, this is something I had not considered yet. Okay, so let me just look at this real quick. You said 18 points of damage?
Yes.
Ooh, that's not going to be good, but we'll see. Okay, never mind. All right, so yeah, it stays dead. Okay, alrighty. So then we come to Suni.
Ooh, okay. So I think so Suni's going to start kind of very gracefully, I guess, kind of start twirling around with his swords. And when he starts to make a spin, he's going to link the two of them together. And from where he's at with my reach, I am going to just have one smite trying to right across this guy's jaw.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'm going to take my attack, and then if it hits, it's an 18 plus like 7.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
And then I'm going to go ahead and cast Smite at first level. So we said, is it a D12 for the reach attack, Joe? Is that what we said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 2d8.
And it is. And there's an additional D8 because it is undead, so it would technically be 3d8.
Okay, so that's 11 plus 3 plus 3.
17.
Plus 4.
So 21. Nice. Okay, so you whirl the swords around and just crack into the head of it. There's that flash of this green divine energy that slams into its head as you can see that the body's kind of thrust into that pillar that it's next to as the pillar and ground around you shake a little bit from the impactful force of the sword swinging together. You can see that it's still standing, but it is pretty wounded.
Sweet.
All right.
And then I'm gonna move. Oh, I didn't click on my token. Just move this way to get between it and Cecily.
Okay. All righty. Sounds good to me. Morwen, it's your turn.
All right, let's take care of the one in front of her before going to do anything else. Okay, that's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, that's 10 points of damage on this one.
Nice. 10 points.
Let's swing again. It's higher.
Nice. That one will also hit.
Okay. And that's 16 points of damage on that one.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, still hanging in there. The pot is just slash across the chest of this creature, causing a fair bit of damage, but it is still standing.
Okay, that will be it for her for now.
All right. Fighters do what they do best. Ashima, it's your turn.
He's gonna do what monks do best, which is much the same. So he's gonna bonk the Draugr in front of him.
Bonk, bonk.
That's not looking so good, though. Sorry, I'm still navigating D&D Beyond here.
Oh, no, you're good.
All right, looks like it was a 13.
Ooh, 13 just barely misses.
Okay, so then what he'll go ahead and do is I want to save my key for later. So he'll just go for an unarmed strike as well.
Okay. I think that because you guys are 6th level, right?
Yep.
So you do get 2 attacks per attack action.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh,
we've not had combat in a moment.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
So 16 on the unarmed strike, and then I'll just go back for the second attack here in a minute.
Okay.
But bonus action to unarmed strike.
Yeah.
And that's going to be 9 points of damage.
Nice, 9. Good.
Magic fists.
Magic fist.
And then quarterstaff attack. Second one. It's coming into 18.
Okay, 18. That hits as well.
Okay. And then 13 points of damage.
Woo.
So he's just going to probably give him a crack right across the jaw and maybe try and get lodged into his skeleton-y parts.
Yeah. So the first staff attack goes crack right up against the shield as it uses the shield to just sort of block and throw your staff off to the side. And that moment, with that momentum of them throwing your staff off to the side, you use that momentum to kind of swirl around into a roundhouse kick. You crack into their jaw, and your foot just kind of ends up hanging into this crack you make in their skull in between their helmet. And with that, you do this sort of push yourself up, jump off the ground with your foot still stuck, and do this twirl and crack with your staff into the top of the head, cracking half of the skull off and loosening your foot as you land back down in your own 2 feet in front of the creature. And it is not looking good. Oh.
Dude.
Oh, thank you for the... Oh, that was a sub on YouTube. Thanks, Guillermo Fernandez, for the subscribe on YouTube.
It's Guillermo. He told me it was like Guillermo del Toro, but it's Guillermo.
Oh, okay. Well, heck yeah, Guillermo.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he played in the one shot. Hello, Guillermo.
Well, he's on YouTube right now. I don't think I don't think he's hearing.
You have to be louder. He can't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah!
Alrighty. So, then we have the Draugr over here. This one is going to come after you just cracked into it, Suni. It's just going to come straight for you. So we have got two. One axe and one life drain. So that's going to be a dirty 20 for the axe.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be 11 points of damage on the axe.
Okay.
And then for the life drain, we are looking at that's cocked. Yeah, that's cocked. There you go. 15 plus. Then it'll be 21 on the life drain.
Yep.
Okay, so 1d6 plus 2. Ooh, okay, so we're looking at 8 points of necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right, team. We're looking at a big ol' 9, but my aura of protection, I think, counts for me too, right?
It does, yes.
Okay, so I can add my charisma modifier.
Correct.
So that's, what did I say, 9? So 9 plus 4, 13. Still
13.
not great.
13, that is just barely a success. Good thing that you're
Ah,
Paladin Oath of
nice.
the Ancients, so that is going to be a success. You can feel it trying to sap the life from you. It is going to regain 8 hit points, but you do not have your hit point maximum reduced by 8. Alrighty, cool. So then we hop down to this Draugr down here, which, sadly, Ashima, you are just the closest thing on the menu, so it's just coming straight towards you. And it's going to go ahead and make that one longsword one axe and one life drain. So that's a 9 plus 7. That's going to be a 16 to hit, which I believe is a miss.
It is.
And then another 9 plus 7, which is another 16. So that's also 2
Woo.
misses. Yeah.
Bobbing and weaving.
Yep. Axe comes slashing down. You duck, and then the life drain comes to grab you. You do the same thing, just sort of taking your quarterstaff and just like a pull cue. You just slam it into the fist of the creature, and it causes the hand to whip back before it's able to make contact. Alrighty, and then we have this one. Oh god, this one who is right in front of Bianca. It is just going to go for 2 attacks with the axe. So that's going to be a dirty 20.
Yeah.
And then a 22.
Yeah.
So we're looking at 2d8. So 7 plus 4. That's going to be 11 points of damage on the first hit. And 9 points of damage on the second one. So 20 total.
Okay. All right. I am damaged.
All right. Then we hop up to the top of the turn order here with the Draugr. With the 2 natural 20s. So this one is going to go ahead and take its 2 attacks against you, Ashima. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
That one does hit.
One does hit. And then the second hit is going to be, what's that? That is another 11, which is going to be a miss. So it's just the 1. So that is 6 points of slashing damage as the axe comes crashing down into you. But as the second one, as he just like goes to heave again and slam once more, unable to make contact on the second time. Alrighty. So then we come to this Draugr right here, who's right in front of Morwen. This one's going to go for 2 axe attacks against you, Morwen. So
Okay.
1, that's 16 plus 7.
That's a hit.
Yep. Okay. All right. And then we have the second one, which that'll be a 14 plus 7, which is 21.
So a hit.
Sorry for what I just did.
Remove it now.
I don't know how.
So we have 7.
Oh, wait, there we go.
Plus. Oh, okay. We have 7 plus 4, which that's going to be 11 points. And then for the second hit, ooh, that's an 8 plus 4 for 12. That is 23 points of damage.
Ow.
Alrighty, Bianca, it is your turn.
All right. She's going to do the same thing. 2 hits on the one in front of her, but then she's going to shoot this one next to Ashima to try and help him out. So, same thing.
Nice.
Okay. So first hit. Oh my! I literally am doing the same thing. It's natural. Wait, is that a 7 or a 1? Okay, it's a 7. I thought it was a natural 1. I was like, oh my god. So that's a 13. Does that hit?
13. No, 13 just barely misses.
Okay, that's fine. Well, the next one's a 15.
15, that hits, yeah.
So another miss and a hit. So same exact turn. And then, oh wait, nope, natural one's got to be here somewhere. Natural one. With
Oh
the gun.
no! Was the second hit against the one right in front of you?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So go ahead and roll your damage for the second one at least. So you slam into the shield and it misses. You aim your pistol, the revolver up, and you shoot towards the Draugr that's right next to Ashima. Was the revolver shot?
Percentage shot?
Yeah, was it the natural one? Yeah, okay. Yeah, roll a D100.
I feel like this, I literally in the back of my head was like, maybe I shouldn't, because the last time I tried to do this, I almost hit Ashima.
Go
Got a
for it.
98.
What could you lose?
Oh no! All right, go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my god.
Jesus. Bianca, he's such a small target.
I know. Damn it.
How do you miss that precisely?
Watch it be full damage or something. 13.
Okay, so Ashima, it's not that the bullet hits you. It's that as she fires it, you're so used to that, like, the bang of that gun, but your hearing and your senses as a monk are already heightened, and your gut, like, sinks for a moment as you can feel that bullet incredibly close to your ear. Like, it is, like, trimming the edges of your hair, like, right on your ear. It is very, very close, and it's more so something that saps your stamina, making it a little bit more harder to focus in combat as opposed to an actual, like, bullet wound in your, like, chest.
Is it, just meta-wise, that was a hit, though? Sorry, I missed the,
Yeah, so that would have hit you, yeah. So you would take the 13 points of damage.
Can I deflect missile on that?
Oh, yes, you
Throw
can.
it back at me.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
No,
but
you're
I was
good.
like,
Throw it
looking-
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because then if you reduce the damage to 0, then you know, it's really like you're just so in the game, so focused.
Okay. So that's a. Oh. Sorry, it should be 1d10. Let me just roll that on.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 11.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Okay.
17.
And it was how much damage?
13.
13. Okay.
So, because it's been reduced to 0, can I use a key point
Oh!
to flick the bullet and just, like, backhand it and then swing it back to the Draugr by Bianca?
You know what? Let's just say this was teamwork. This was planned.
It's like a
Well,
fly.
I
just,
will
like,
let you know,
smack it back.
Bianca, how much damage did you do to the Draugr that was in front of you? 12. Okay, so
Yeah.
that one does die. So before you throw the bullet, Bianca slashes into it, but Ashima, you could throw it to a different creature.
Okay, I'll do the one by Morwen.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
still backhanding it.
Yeah, so you just like crack, throw your hand up, and just with like the amount of pressure and force and just key channeled into your arm, you smack into it, and it just curves around the wall like like the fucking whistle thing from Guardians of the Galaxy, just using the magic of your key. So go ahead and what you roll for an attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be so.
I'll just do a
Would it
D20
be
here.
from my gun, or would it be something he'd...
I'm
Okay.
also curious. I've never actually gotten to deflect missiles and throw them back yet. Yeah, spend 1 key point, make a ranged attack as with a monk weapon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'll just
Nice.
The bullet itself became a monk weapon.
Yeah.
it is a it's a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so
I
funny.
like how you just took everything Joe said about what happened and absolutely exterminated it.
It's
Yeah.
incorrect.
Well, no, it's not incorrect, because as the bullet like flies near your ear, Ashima, you can feel it like trim those few ear hairs, and you're like, oh, You want to get close? Okay, and you like fling your arm up, catch the bullet, and just fling it around the pillar, slamming like the bullet literally curves like you threw a fucking bowling ball and just begins to swing around and domes the Draugr in the back of the head. Go ahead and roll your damage, which I believe is like your monk weapon die, and it's a crit, so it's just whatever your monk weapon die is maxed out plus an additional die plus your dex mod.
All right, so that is max is going to be 12. Do 2d6. It's like, aw. 19.
Oh my god. Alrighty, cool. So with that 19 points of damage, Morwen, you can see the Draugr in front of you, just its skull and helmet are completely split and busted open as just bone fragments spray all over you, and the top half of the Draugr is just completely eviscerated as you watch this Draugr just be destroyed in front of you.
Very sheepishly, Bianca's gonna be like, "Nice catch!"
What a save, Bianca.
Nice. Okay. Alrighty.
Man.
Bianca, is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, Cecily, it's your turn.
Cool. So I'm gonna draw a shape again here. So fireball is a 20-foot radius. Yeah. I think if it's like there, can I hit those two Draugr and not Ashima?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. Then that's what I'm
Stop
doing.
shooting at me, guys.
Well, this won't miss. I mean, at least mechanically, I hope it's not possible. But let's go ahead. I'll do fireball. I'm not gonna lightning this one just so I can save some action economy. But yeah, it's DC 14 Dex as well.
Okay. Alrighty. DC 14 Dex, that's a fail, and that is a fail. Both of them fail.
Both of them take 34 fire damage.
Wow. Alrighty. 34. So the one that has already been damaged by Ashima already is just completely incinerated. Dust to dust, ashes to ashes. Completely destroyed. But the other one in front of Ashima is still standing.
Okay, then. Then bonus action, I will use 2 spell points to quicken spell on a firebolt cantrip, and just go ahead and launch a firebolt at the one that's still standing. See if I can finish him off.
Okay.
Okay, so that was a 17 on the attack roll.
That hits.
And that was 12 on the damage.
12 on the damage. Okay, that is enough. With 12 points of fire damage, the one standing in front of Ashima also is incinerated.
All right. And Cecily,
sorry, I keep forgetting. The one that was standing next to Ashima that got incinerated first, there's no way for them to save on that. But the other one, that's also going to be a failure. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's that. As far as movement goes, I think I'm just going to stay put.
Okay.
So yeah, but again, Cecily casts the spells very calmly. And she's never even cast Fireball before, so that was fucking insane. But yeah, she's just kind of now, after all the damage she has done in the past 10 seconds, she's just kind of looking at her hands like Spider-Man when he first shoots web. Just like, holy shit, this is what I could do the whole time? But yeah, it's the end of my turn.
Okay. Alrighty, sounds good. So then we pop down to Carasilla. There's only one Draugr left.
Since there's only one, she's just gonna throw a casual mind sliver at it, so it needs an intelligence 14 save.
Intelligence 14, okay. That is a 17, so that is a success.
Well, that's rude. And nothing happens.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is sad.
It's fine. Sunny will finish it off. It's fine. It's a cantrip. I don't care.
Okay. Alrighty, Suni, your turn.
Okay, so I'm after getting hit by those 2 attacks by it. I'm going to kind of take my sword back into the two parts, but flip them over so that I'm like holding them backwards.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just going to use the sharp part of the hilt to punch him in the face.
Okay. All right.
For my first attack.
Sounds good.
Which is a 21.
21
hit.
hits. Yep. Uh-huh.
And that is 6 points of damage.
6. Got it.
Is he still going to take some more?
Yep. He's still standing.
Okay. Then I'm going to give one more punch with the left hand, give him the left hook. And that is a 14 to hit.
14 just barely hits.
Ooh. Okay, barely hits. Sweet.
Yep.
Okay. So that's damage.
How much damage?
10.
10. Ah, yes. Okay. Still standing.
Okay. And then at this point, he's just pretty pissed off. So, am I allowed? Okay. I'll just give him one more swing, just with the right one, just kind of giving all of it, channeling my bronze Shib days, and just right into like his brow. Hopefully, this will take care of it. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That hits.
Now, Joe, will you tell me? Do you think I can get this, or should I smite him?
You do know that Suni has really been the only one attacking this one, so he might need a little bit more. If you're...
Okay, then I will.
I can come over and help.
Okay.
Same with Morwen.
I will smite him at second level.
Well,
guys, I think that Suni wants the kill. I think that's what it wants.
Seems like it.
And that is
Good.
I
also
disregard your help.
that was a 15 to hit.
15 hits, yeah.
Okay,
So
and
that'll
then
be 3d8 plus your weapon die damage.
so that's 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 4.
17?
So yeah.
Okay, alrighty. With that, 17 points of damage. That is enough to do him in.
It's just that if I can't back up my like how shitty it is to punch him in the face like that, what was the point of doing it in the first place?
So
Pride right there.
crack, and then third, crack into the brow, releasing that divine wealth of energy into the forehead. The skull shatters, the bones echo and clatter down onto the ground as the creature drops down dead. As, with that, all creatures neutralized, we then exit out of combat.
well, that went pretty well. Woo!
That doesn't often happen. Well coordinated.
Yeah, Cecily's gonna like just lay on the floor, just kind of like, ooh, woo, and she's just a little slap happy right now.
Does anyone need a touch up? How's everyone doing?
I'm doing great.
Hang on. Morwen kind of focuses and like Kratos from God of War. She just kind of seems to focus and like you see her wounds just like healing around her and she's going to second wind. Oh, that's a 9, so that's pretty good. So she heals for 15. Morwen's still a little beat up, but she's looking okay.
And Ashima, did you get hit a few times?
Not enough worth mentioning.
Okay.
I must say, I credit much of the coordination that fight to Morwen and Carasilla. Thank you both. Well done.
Huh? Oh, you're welcome.
Oh. Okay. What were we doing again?
Mine.
Exploring, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carousel
Okay.
will move over to, I guess, the one in front of Bianca, and she just wants to have a poke around in the body just to see if there's anything, like, identifiable or anything like that.
Yeah, sure. Make an investigation check.
That is a 22.
22. Okay.
Yeah.
So with a 22, as you're poking around, one thing that's interesting that you note is, so Carasilla has obviously some very basic knowledge of historical events, just from the stories that she's read. And it's something that's odd, that's striking you almost immediately as you begin to investigate the body. The ruins here are quite old. At least the stonework, the decay of the stone and of the pretty much everything in this area and where it's located is very old, but the armor and weapons that these creatures are wielding do not match the age of the mine around them. This armor and these weapons that they're wielding can't be older than 15, 20 years. In terms of any type of cloak or weapon or armor, none of it seems to be too notable. Most of it is rusted or has decomposed due to its exposure to air and the lack of upkeep. And there's no insignias or heraldry on any of the cloak or any clasp.
But the note thing that they were tied to, that definitely was old, right? Like the thing that had the writing about all the groups.
I mean, it had dust on it, but it obviously wasn't that old because it didn't decompose with time. You know, it's still, the ink wasn't super faded. It was still fairly clear.
I suggest this place might not be as old as we might think, at least not its most recent inhabitants.
Well, does anyone know what any of the names on that piece of paper are? Because I did not hear any bells ringing.
Do any of us recognize the names, Joe?
Feel free to make a history check.
I'll go ahead and...
Yeah, I'll try. I want to know if Keothi maybe talked about the leader of the giants specifically. But...
Morin got a 21 for her history.
Solid 11. What are these... How do you pronounce these names?
I got a 24.
Okay, 24. Okay. So 24 and a 21. I would say that the two of you then, Ashima, it's not necessarily that you just are like, what are dwarves? But it's
a lot of consonants here, not a lot of vowels.
Yeah, it's more so that you're just like, your studies in history had a lot to do with the different places where the different reincarnations of Fame or Tongwu had been. And while they had interacted with the dwarves, say King Bannock and Queen Gwynla, or some of the other more secluded dwarvish nations, there was never any mention of the Dowie, or for that matter, any mention of the giants as far as you were educated. So you're just at a loss in that moment. But Morwen and Bianca, the two of you do remember a time when it might have just been a night where Morwen, you couldn't sleep, and Bianca, you and Keothi were on watch together on the boat. And maybe about a week or two after Keothi had sung that song, The Last of the Giants, with Carasilla, she had talked very briefly about the giants, and not necessarily just the giants, but people that were related to the giants in some way, shape, or form. So the one thing that she would have said would be that, and you have this vivid flashback in your head as the boat is just sort of rocking along the waves, the stars above you, and she was just talking and said, well, you see, there's the interesting thing about the giants. Most people, when they hear giant, they think huge, massive creature like, there's one in history called Ymir. Apparently everything on the western Salamander was spawned from his blood, and all of the trees and everything is given life because of him. But the thing is that's not all giants. There's a mistranslation, you see. In the old tongue, they are known as Jotun. And Jotun isn't necessarily... Most people assume that to be giant, but it's just a type of person. Same as you are Belliclorin, and you are from Bromsgrove. A Jotun is a type of person from a place, or can trace their lineage back to a certain group of people. So, some Jotuns aren't big, some giants aren't huge, massive creatures. Some are just people. One of the most notable was a woman Jotun by the name of Laufey. I don't know much about her. We weren't ever told very much in the clans about her. She wasn't a Goliath, and she mostly did most of her interaction with true Jotun. Never heard any bad things, mind you, just I didn't hear much at all. I heard she was a great warrior, and she did much exploring, but other than that, I don't know much. But I always think it's funny how we get so hung up on words and what they mean. And I know that I'm guilty of that too. And then proceeded to go on about other words that she would mix up and confuse and derive meaning from when there was none there.
Well, Laufey, Kyo talked about one night, but she didn't know them as the leader of giants. Barely knew her at all, actually.
Be great if we could ask her.
We should probably get moving.
Yeah, maybe we'll find more answers somewhere, but...
Where to, exactly?
Well, we passed 2 doors, so... Can pick
Oh!
one.
Yeah, no, that's right, Whew! Sorry, everybody, just a little... Yeah. And she'll get up now and sort of shake herself off.
Joe, is this... Oh, sorry, did I cut somebody off?
No, go ahead.
Is this actually a dead end? Or is there, like... Are we missing something? Do we have to go back, or is there a way to move forward?
No, there are, if you look on the sort of the back of this hallway, there are 2 doorways.
Okay.
One off to the left and one off to the right, closer towards the back half of the room.
I elect we go down the eastern corridor.
We can just take a peek and see.
I'm fine with that. I mean, either's a shot in the dark, so if you got a feeling for east, fine with me.
Alright, I'm gonna walk on over and take a peek. Oh!
Alrighty. So, Ashima, as you make your way in there, you can see that there is a... for one, this entire area is littered with bones, and you can see a lot of the stonework is very smooth. Very smooth. And most of this is very well-cut, well-managed stone that's only slightly decayed because of time. But it's odd. There are small, like, rivets in the ground where it seems that the stone is extra smooth, and it has been almost looks like dug out in certain places, or maybe dissolved, as you just kind of open the door and look in.
Ominous.
Now, is that grate there?
Yes, that well is there. And you can see that hole is fairly large, and the stone on the inside looks fairly smooth.
Okay, standard procedure. I'm gonna pick up a stone and just like some of the debris, and I'll try casting it into the well.
Okay, yeah, you pick it up, toss it, and it comes clattering down into the well. Tung, 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 tung.
By no means an infinite drop.
Did we hear it hit the bottom?
No.
Oh, whoops. Take that back. By all means, as far as we know, it's an infinite drop.
There's meant to be mines below here. Could perhaps just lead down there.
I mean,
Well,
I
we
wonder how
don't
deep they dug.
Here, do we want to take a glance? She'll pull out the drift globe.
Why not?
I admit
Yeah.
the bones caused me to be curious.
Cecily will get like here.
Oh, there's another door. I mean, another passageway.
So
Role playing.
All right, we got drift globe. It's like a charge item, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't have to use spell points. Yeah, I'll just use. Well, I'll use dancing lights first and see what we can see with that. Then I'll decide if it's worth using the one charge that we have.
Yeah, it's smart.
But I'll just send all 4 of them down, make them just a neutral bright color, and just let them sort of slowly swirl down so we can just see what we're looking at.
yeah, so as all of you enter into the room, Cecily, you cast dancing lights and you begin to send them down in there. Immediately, there is a noise. As soon as probably Bianca and Suni, you kind of walk into that double door together, and Ashima and Cecily, as you send the dancing lights down there, you can hear this scuttering, this clicking and clacking noise. As before you even have a chance to react, you can see something burst throughout the hole, this chitinous-covered monster with these two giant pincers, just acid spittling out the top of its mouth. And in this moment, surprising both of you, we're going to go ahead and go into a surprise round of combat here.
Oh my god.
Ooh,
So
double combat, baby!
So what I would like everybody to do is I'd like everybody to roll for initiative for me. Greatly appreciate that. Jeez, of course the damn.
I'm sorry, guys. I take some fault in this.
Nah, man. I sent the lights. You gotta look down the hole.
Yeah, you gotta.
The dancing light got 18 on initiative.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, bad. Oh,
Okay.
music.
Okay. I think I got everybody added to the initiative order.
This thing is nasty.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
I was gonna
Rat
do
guy.
an overlooked monsters about these guys.
Oh,
I like
yeah,
them,
Love the on cakes. All right. Bianca, what'd you get?
which is why
I
they
got
were
a
in aisles.
7.
7.
Yep.
Okay. Cecily.
18.
18. Ashima.
8.
8. Okay. Carasilla.
11.
Oh wow. God, what's going on, guys? Morwin.
19.
Hey, all right, there we go. Carry the team. Okay, Suni.
23.
23. Oh my goodness, carry the team. Woo. All righty. Okie dokie. So, starting off at the top, the Onkeg is going to, let's see. What are they gonna do? There's a lot of stuff here. You know what? You can see those two like giant mandibles that are kind of coming out of its mouth, and those two smaller teeth that are covering up the small hole in its face. You can see that those two teeth are always like much smaller mandibles, or they're a little bit wider, and they're kind of like moving and shifting constantly. And you can see that they are not necessarily mechanical, but they're there for a purpose. And you can see that they initially open like a small rectangle around this like mouth that is like spilling acid. But then you can see they slowly start to press closer into the mouth, and the plates begin to widen out as it is shifting from spitting a line of acid to spitting a cone of acid. So it is just going to spray that cone on its surprise round. Yeah, it's just going to do Ashima, Morwin, Bianca, and Suni. And I would like all of you to make a dexterity saving throw,
If you were within 10 feet of me, you get to add 4 to your saving throw.
which is
Nice.
Is all of you.
And you're also still inside, Cecily.
Oh. Damn.
I mean, she's not making the roll, but true.
Is she not? Oh, whoops.
What saving throw is it, Dex?
Dex.
Okay. I get to add 4 to that?
Yep.
Not a D4?
Yeah, just a flat 4.
Okay, I got 18.
Okay, 18. All right. And then Ashima?
Natural
Oh.
one. Wah, wah. It's technically a 13, but yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
And then, sorry, Suni, what was yours again?
17 plus 8, which is 25.
And Bianca, yours?
18.
18. Okay. So, Morwin and Ashima, you will fail, and then Bianca and Suni, you will succeed. So, you're going to go ahead and take... Oh, wow, okay. It's so hard to read. Okay. Where's that other one? Okay. 6 plus 13 plus... Okay. So, Morwin and Ashima, you're going to take 19 points of acid damage. And Suni and Bianca, you are going to take 9 points of acid damage. As that cone you can see these like metal, almost metal mandibles just shape it to be a cone as the acid just sprays out. And Ashima, you can now sort of clock where those like small divots in the ground came from. As the acid sprays down on top of all of you, you can feel it begin to like singe into your skin as your skin just begins to bubble and melt in different places, growing boily and very rough in certain places. As the Ankeg is going to do that. However, it is still, it's still its turn because it just gets one full there. So you know what it's going to do? It is going to... It's gonna use its movement, and it's not gonna use its movement. It's just gonna stay right there. Right now, it feels pretty confident. So we're gonna go ahead and begin combat, and we'll start with Suni. So Suni, it is your turn. You are first up there.
Okay. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna wiggle my way through here as best as I can. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, sorry. Okay. If I'm right here, do I get the bonus for flanking?
No, this creature cannot be flanked.
Oh, gross.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I am going to cast Divine Favor. So around up through from his cloak, these tiny vines start to wrap around his arms, hands, and across both of his blades. And then I will just kind of, with one kind of spin, leap, jump, dance thing after I got out, put 2 slices into it right across its face.
Okay, roll for 2 attacks.
Natural 20
Nice.
on the first one, and I will go ahead and burn my because I can smite post attack roll, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and add a smite to that attack as well, which is my last first level slot, I think. And then the second one.
Man, you're really banking on there not being very much left in this mine.
Well, it's a natural 20. You gotta smite on the crit.
I completely understand.
I know. I really regret the second level smite and last one. That's what you wanted to hear me say. There you go.
It's what I wanted. It's what I wanted.
The second one was an 11 to hit.
11 to hit. That is going to be a miss. On the first one, go ahead and roll your damage. Same rules apply.
Okay.
So this is just 2d8 because the creature's not undead.
So it's 2d8 plus a d6 plus a d4 from Divine Favor.
Correct.
Plus 4. So that's 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 6 is 22, plus 4 is 26, plus 4 is 30. That's how that works? And then I roll the dice the second time?
Yep.
Or the first time, I guess.
Yep.
So I gotta fish out a d4. So that's plus 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 3 is 13, plus 1 is 14. So whatever I said the first time, plus 14.
So 44.
Sweet.
Okay, all right. So it takes 44 points of damage. As its reaction, it is going to use its acid blood feature, where as you slam into it with the slashing damage of your sword, doing that much damage into it, ripping and tearing that chitinous plate, there is just this massive amount of acid that sprays out directly towards you, and then almost like a fountain around everybody within 5 feet of the creature. So it's mostly directed at you. So how much damage did you do? What is it?
44.
44. So you're going to take half of that as acid damage, 22
Jesus Christ.
points of acid damage. And then Ashima and Cecily, you're going to take 11 points of acid damage. No save. You just do.
I'm gonna die.
Okay. So Suni, you rip and tear, and you do a lot of damage to this creature. But you can tell from breaking its plate that much, how much acid this creature has in its body. It just sprays that out in the surrounding area near everybody. Okay. All right.
I'm so sorry.
Now, that was its reaction. All right. So its wounds are open now. So any melee attacks done against it, there's a chance that you could take acid damage, but it can only do that once per round. Okay. All righty. Morwen. Unless
right,
there's
so
anything else, Suni.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right.
I cry.
Cry. I cry.
So taking a spray full of acid, Morwen's not looking so hot.
Morwen didn't take that damage.
No,
Ooh, the last one.
The acid breath
Oh, yeah.
that
okay.
I failed on.
Yeah, okay.
You know
I
the
did.
acid before the acid?
Yeah,
Sorry.
that one.
Sorry. My bad.
Everyone but Carasilla has been juiced.
Never
Yeah,
say
she's
that again,
gonna
Mark.
Start swinging. All right, that's a 26.
26, that hits.
Okay. 11 points of damage on the first hit.
Okay, 11 points of damage. Nice.
All right, second swing.
Sorry, and go ahead and tell me.
All right, I rolled the same thing, so... Okay, better damage, though. 14 points of damage.
Okay, all right. So I do need you to make 2 dexterity saving throws.
Okay, first one's a 16.
Okay.
And then a 3.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, definitely going to fail the... Oh, excuse me, the second one. Let me double check the first one here just real quick. Said 16?
Damage.
No. 16 on the saving throw.
Oh, for the first one, yes.
For the first one? Okay, so that one will just barely succeed. And then the 3, though, you will take just some simple damage. You'll take 3 points of acid damage on the second one. As the first attack comes crashing down with that slashing damage, there is a spurt of acid that flies out, slamming into the wall that you're able to dodge out of the way. But with the second slash, that one sprays directly into your your chest armor, and you can feel it begin to kind of singe and burn away at some of the plate armor on your chest. But good thing it's there, or else it would have been in your heart. Okay.
All right, and that's it.
Okay, Cecily.
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 Before. Oh man, we have an energy tonight. Before I take my action, how is the unkeg looking?
I mean, it's leaking acid like everywhere, so it's a little hard to discern if that's just like, if it's. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. It's leaking acid everywhere, so I mean, obviously, it's more hurt than it was than when it came out. But
Right.
It is a beast creature, like it's a monstrosity, so it's a little bit harder to tell since it's not actually bleeding. It's just oozing more and more acid.
Right. Okay. I get the feeling. I'm debating between blinding it or just attacking. But I don't know which would be more useful at the moment.
Let's shove it down in the hole.
I have a feeling it would climb back up very readily.
Damn. What if you blind it?
What if we cut off all of its legs? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to blind it. I'll do color spray, and yeah. In the interest of this working, I'll go ahead and cast it at 3rd level.
Okay.
Because if it doesn't work, then that is just a waste of a turn. So that's... I just need to roll 10d10 real quick. Okay. So if it has 54 or less hit points at the moment, it is now blinded until the end of my next turn.
Is that just like vision blindness?
That was a scary question.
It's the condition blinded, so if it has, like, tremor sense or something like that, I guess it's still got that.
Okay.
It doesn't matter anyways. It has 800 more health, so...
No, it is,
Yeah.
it is affected. But, yeah, sadly, blindness works with normal vision.
Right.
So it does have dark vision, so that is blinded, but it does have tremor sense for up to 60 feet.
Okay. So nothing. So nothing happened.
I mean, if you're shooting an arrow at it, or you're casting a spell that's like an attack spell, those still have advantage because it can't see them coming.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, but if you're
Okay.
like swinging a melee weapon at it, or it's trying to attack you, that's not with disadvantage because it can tell that you're there.
Right.
Yeah, so it's not completely useless. Just
Well,
not as useful considering the creature has blind sight.
in that case, mechanically, it used its reaction already, right?
Correct.
So, could I back up and not get opportunity attacked?
Correct.
Cool. Well, so, I'm gonna do that. And get back here. And, because Cecily is trying to live now. That's my roleplay choice. And, I'm gonna go ahead and quicken spell and shoot a firebolt at it then.
Okay. Roll for an attack.
Just so I feel like I did a little something for the cause. Alright, that was 22 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
And that's a whopping 5 damage.
Nice. Nice. 5 fire damage.
Yeah, right. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Alrighty. So then we come to the Onkeg's turn. Now this Onkeg, it is, yeah, that's what to do here. So first things first, it is going to do a little something here. What is the movement speed? 20 feet. 20. Okay. Okay. Man, that's rough. Okay. All right. Oh, wait a second. Actually, sorry. Yeah. Okay. So Ashima, using its goopy goblin brain, its goopy insect brain that it has going on right now.
That's a quote.
Because it is a monstrosity. It's this bestial monstrosity. It sees you as the smallest thing and sees you as the easiest meal. So it is gonna make 2 let's see, 2 claw attacks against you. So that's going to be a, let's see, that's a 17 on the first one.
Okay. Already down, but let's see if I die. Like, die.
Oh, God. So 17 on the first one, and then on the second one, that'll be... Oh, God. Why am I so bad at math? Oh, 24.
Okay, so my max HP is 33.
Okay, how many hit points did you have?
5.
Oh, jeez. Oh, well, there's still a chance. There's still a chance on the first, because the claws only deal 1d8 plus 2 damage. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So on the first one, that's only 4 points of damage. Oh, God. Okay, this is the rough part. So on the second one, then, that's going to be 5 plus 2, which is 7 points of slashing damage, which that one will knock you unconscious as it slams into the ground near you, cutting into you for those 2 points of, or those 7 points of damage. You drop unconscious, and Morwen and Suni, you can see that from the force of the claw slamming down into Ashima, that was enough to knock him prone anyway, let alone being knocked unconscious, but that would have knocked him prone. And then the Ankeg, as a bonus action, is going to use Ground and Pound, as it is going to use its claw attack against a prone creature, which is going to be against Ashima. So Ashima, the claw is going to come up, and it's going to slam down, but since you... Whoa, Connor!
You won't... not you, Joe. I'm talking to the Ankeg.
All right, well, because you're unconscious and it hits you with a melee attack, you do fail 2 death saving throws.
All right, here we go. Here we go. First PC death, everybody.
And it's to a bug.
Let's get it.
It's to a monstrosity?
We made it this far, and you get killed by a fucking bee drill. Man.
Yo, you don't fuck with bee drill.
This is an Ankeg warrior, all right? This isn't just a regular old Ankeg, all right?
Yeah, no, it doesn't mess
Already
around. This
nasty.
thing probably killed all of these dwarves, except for the thing that's much scarier that's underneath.
Okay, so let's see here.
Big brother.
The rest of them.
So what it's going to go ahead and do now is it is going to use its villain action at the end of its turn, and it is going to
God.
so it is going to
What?
So it's going to burrow underneath the
Melee's
ground,
around.
and it is going to disappear this direction.
It's not taking Ashima, right?
No.
Okay.
Villain action number 1, but it disappears. It goes down into the tunnel, and you can feel it burrowing underneath your feet. Like Bianca and
hate
Morwen,
that.
you can feel the ground shaking underneath you. With that, Carasilla, it's your turn.
Okay, well, definitely moving up to Ashima, and gonna pump in a 2nd level Cure Wounds,
Okay, so yeah,
so you
gotta
can
move
heal
up
yourself up 17. Because no PC deaths.
Dang it. You're killing me. I mean, obviously, truly.
The opposite.
But would definitely stay back from that hole like after healing him up, because don't know if it's gonna reemerge from the same thing, but I think it's a pretty safe bet, so yeah, still wanted to stay back.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Alrighty, so it's going to stay right there. Ashima, you now are at 17 HP. You still have the 2 failed death saving throws until you take a short rest. So you're not unconscious anymore, but you are still prone. Creature is no longer there. You can feel it, the ground rumbling underneath your feet.
Oh, yikers. Okay. He'll go ahead and Hand of Healing himself, and then stand up to his feet. Don't want to be burning this much ki, but whatever. And so for his action, he'll heal himself. Let's see for how much. One moment.
No, you're good.
8 pieces of health.
8 pieces of
and
Points of
no,
hit,
that's
no.
what
if you
that's
will.
what HP stands for. Don't you know?
health pieces.
Health pieces. Yeah.
I mean, in
duh.
Legend of Zelda, that's correct.
Anyways, but then I'm gonna take the dodge. Action is bonus action.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, there you go.
This monk, all that.
Okay. Alrighty.
Up to 25.
Oh, 25. Nice. All right. With that, Bianca, it's your turn.
Okay. So, she's going to hold her action, until the bug creature arrives again. But while can she feel where the bug is going to maybe, like where it's heading, and then kind of follow roughly in that direction to kind of stay on its trail?
Right now, the most intense rumbling is directly under your feet. So you're not sure exactly where it's going, but it's rumbling underneath. It's a large creature, so the area where Carasilla, Ashima, Morwen, and you are standing, the rumbling is most intense there.
Okay. Well, then she will stay. And hold her action until it arrives.
Okay. Alrighty. Suni, it is your turn.
Okay. So you said that right where Bianca and Morwen are ish is where the rumbling is the strongest.
Correct.
Okay. Then Suni is gonna approach and also just going to head hooking his two swords, hold his action for an attack if it burrows up as well.
Okay. Alrighty, on the 20 of the initiative, right before Morwen's turn, it is going to use its second villain action.
I was gonna move.
Well,
Y'all are nuts.
and it's so fast that none of you are able to get those reactions because technically it's not coming up out of the ground. But Bianca, you feel those claws grip onto your feet and attempt to pull you underneath into the tunnel below. I'd like you to make a strength saving throw for me, please.
Okay.
You can say no because this is stupid. Since I was readying an action and I'm right here, can I like grab onto her with my reaction instead and help her out?
No, you said that you wanted to hold for an attack. Yeah.
16.
16. Okay.
Oh wait, you get
+4 because I'm
+4.
near you?
Yeah.
Well, then that is more. It's a 20. Unnatural.
Okay, all right. So luckily you do succeed as you feel it grip onto your hands. It tries to pull you down, but luckily you're just able to sort of kick off of its feet and jump up in the air as those two massive claws just come up and snap in the air and then retreat back down into the ground beneath. Okay.
Shit.
More when it comes to
My
your turn.
plan out the window.
So it's still currently unhittable because it's burrowing beneath us.
Correct.
All right. Well, this is where fighters suffer a major weakness. She's gonna do like a cool little Jedi flip and just go over here because oh, sorry, did not mean to open the door there. And yeah, she's just trying to get everyone not bunched up together from wherever this thing rises up. And I mean, fuck it. She'll take the dodge action because what else can I do right now?
Okay, alrighty. Okay, you take the dodge action. Cecily, it's your turn.
Dodging also sounds like a great idea.
Actually, it's worth noting, just real quick, Morwen, you can see from the perspective you're at, you can see the hole in the ground that it took in order to get right here. So you could jump in the well and climb in the tunnel after it.
More HP, more would be all over that. Nah.
I want you guys to know your options, okay? There's options here, all right?
No, and I respect that, and that'd be cool as shit, but I also don't think I'd survive the encounter.
But what if Cecily got to the edge of the well and peeked her head in upside down and shot a firebolt at it and then got back up.
That's just such a funny image.
That's
Mario game.
That's Cecily. Is that even attemptable?
That is, yeah, totally attemptable.
Okay. Well, 5, 10, yeah, and then I guess I do that. Roll an attack with Firebolt real quick.
Okay.
If it's, I mean, I assume I pop my head down and I can see its back or something.
You would have to, at that point, you would have to, like, kind of have Ashima at least a little bit hold you over so you could fully see the creature, or else it'd kind of have, like, 3/4 cover.
On it.
I will do that.
Okay.
I think she'll, like,
Alright, so you'd be
dive to the well and just be like, someone hold me! And she's just, dangling upside down and gonna shoot
not
a
gonna
firebolt
end well for her, and I'm
at
so sorry.
the Ankeg.
Because this is gonna be, oh my god, this is gonna be so funny if this hits.
Do I still
God.
technically have advantage here? Sweet.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the blindness will end soon, so.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a 17 to hit.
17 does hit, just barely.
Okay. And that was 11 points of fire damage.
Okay, 11 points of fire damage, sounds good.
And I'll go ahead and quicken spell 2 more spell points. I'll just do it again.
It is worth noting, as you go to hit it, you throw the firebolt, it lands as Ashima's holding you, and you are like bouncing up against the stone of the well. You can see its head flick towards you, and those mandibles open up as it uses its reaction with a creature using its movement near it. It is going to shoot this glob of acid at you with its reaction. So, Cecily, what's your AC?
12.
12? Okay, good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are looking at a 19 to hit. And all right, so here's the thing: is you don't take a lot of damage. You just take 3 points of acid damage, but you are pushed back 10 feet and restrained. So as you are hanging over, the glob hits you so hard, Ashima loses your grip on Cecily, and Cecily, you slam into the back of the well, right here, right next to Morwyn. And the acid is like eating through your skin, but it ends up sticking you to the side of the well like this sticky glue that is just like acidic burning into your skin as you are just frozen right there, upside down, restrained.
Man, I want to go home.
You know, there's a reason I didn't jump in after it.
So
Okay.
Cecily, the restrained will end at the beginning of the Ankeg's next turn. But if somebody doesn't grab you, you will fall.
Right. Good to know. So all that being said,
Yes.
okay, let me read the restrained condition real quick here. Well, I have disadvantage on dex saves. My attack rolls have disadvantage.
Uh-huh.
So would that just even out if I still wanted to shoot him again?
Correct, yeah.
Alright, well, I might as well. I'm in the frying pan. So...
Couldn't you Misty step out?
I
Get out of here with your logic, Ryan.
I'm just trying
mean-
to save my friend from dying.
Yeah.
Because who knows where this hole leads to, Cecily?
In
I
near the
mean...
bottom, so I don't care where it leads.
Can she just use her free hand that's not, or I don't know if you said it was her arm, but to grab onto one of the rails before
No, it's like
she
her whole
falls?
body that is like stuck to the wall.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah, that's really... Well... when did you say the restraint ends?
At the beginning of its next turn.
As in after my turn or in round 3?
Oh shit. Oh shit. It would literally be like
Now.
now, yeah.
Well, then, okay. Abandon ship. I'm gonna just... I guess I'm gonna just Misty step back to the surface.
Okay, I didn't realize that it was going next. That's so funny. Oh my god.
Yep, we're just... Goodbye, tunnel. I'm gonna stay inside from now on.
Okay. All right. So in that moment, you feel as you slam up against the wall, the acid begins to eat away at your skin, dealing those 3 points of damage. You can feel it slowly begin to weaken as you slowly begin to slip down the well, and you say, "Oh fuck no!" And you misty step out of the well, and you appear right next to Morwen on the outside of the well.
Man. Cecily's gonna look at... You know, she was trying to have a fresh start this morning, and she's gonna look at her new dress and be like, God damn it. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Ah!
Alrighty. We move to the Onkeg's turn. The Onkeg is going to burrow 5. Whoa, not Cecily. Whoa. I said the Onkeg. 5, 10, 15, 20, right there.
I have become Bug,
And
destroyer of wells.
the Onkeg is going to pop out right here next to Bianca, and Bianca is going to go ahead and make 2 claw attacks against you.
Oh, okay.
Does Bianca technically get her attack?
Yeah, that would be true. Was it with your sword that you were waiting for?
I didn't specify. Should I have?
Probably. What do you think she would have done? Would she have waited to take a shot or waited to take a slash?
She was probably hoping to slash it, which is why she was getting close to it, so...
Okay, so then yeah, you would it would just be a flat roll. Oh wait, you have the gunslinger thing. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Never mind, sorry, my bad.
Oh, I thought you meant about proximity. I thought, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because it's within melee.
Okay, I will roll my attack. Okay. Let me just get back to that. Does a 9 hit?
Sadly, a 9 will not hit.
All right.
Okay.
She's just disturbed, so she misses.
Okay, all right. So we got 2 attacks coming against Bianca. We have... See, it's going to be it's 18 for the first one.
Yeah.
And that is going to be... Ooh, that's going to be 26 on the second one.
Okay.
So-
What's the damage?
So that's going to be plus 6. So you're going to take 15 points of slashing damage. And because you were hit twice in a row, as the 2 claws, 1 and then 2 slam into you, the physical force, no saving throw, or you were just knocked prone from the amount of physical force put into you. And then as you are prone, prone. All melee attacks against you are made with advantage, and it's going to use its bonus action to ground and pound as it brings up its claw one final time and slams into the ground in front of you, or on top of you, and this attack is going to be with advantage. Oh, and that is a natural 20 on the first roll. Okay, so then Bianca, you're going to take 1d, so 8 automatically plus a d8. Plus 2, so 8 plus 5 is 13 points of damage.
13 total or 13 plus 8?
No, 13 total.
Okay. I'm still alive by 3 hit points.
Oh my god! Okay.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm fine.
Perception check.
And then it is going to... Yeah, it's not feeling great right now. So it is just going to... It's just going to move 5... 5... Whoa. What? 5? Wait, why aren't you moving? There you go. 5, 10, 15... And it's just going to kind of be blocking the doorway now, trying to squeeze past you, Bianca, like, as you're just kind of on the ground. Actually, it can crawl over you. So right now you're just...
I was like, wait a second, I'm not that big.
Yeah, it's like on top of you right now as it's just crawling over you. And let me just see something here real quick. Okay, all right, cool. Good to know. So it's just going to try and crawl into the room as much as it can now after leaving that small tunnel underneath it. And... Yeah. So we'll go ahead and come to Carasilla's turn.
You know, World's gonna heal you, Bianca, but I think that might be a little bit.
Understand. Don't slide underneath.
That might be a little bit too close for comfort. So instead, just gonna send off a dissonant whispers at it. Wisdom 14.
Wisdom 14. Okay. Wisdom. That's probably not. No, that's not very great. That's a 13, so that's a failure.
Good. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, that's a little better. So it only takes 6 damage, but yeah, it has to just get away, essentially. All of its movement as its reaction.
Okay, so it is going to get away the best way that it knows how, and it is just going to burrow 20 feet directly underground with Bianca. As it's just going to start burrowing into the ground as Bianca starts going with it. It's tunneling. It's tunneling right underneath its feet, and it's just going to start burrowing, and Bianca's going to start going down with it. So, Bianca, you go 20 feet underground as you are just digging with it.
Let's go! Yeah, 3 hit points, let's go! Me and the bug.
Oh.
It's because Gemma, do you get to decide the type of movement, or just is it the type of movement that will get it away as fast as it can?
I think the idea that it's as fast as it can, because it's if it's available to move as far as its speed allows it away from you.
Yeah.
So if it has like a faster speed from another thing, I don't know if that then overrides like a slower speed.
Well, it's the same speed regardless. It's just I want to know if it's just like. Because if it's trying to get away from you, then it's going to try and go as much of a way that it can where it knows it's going to be able to get away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is meant to be away from you, like, the sentence that it actually, like, has. Like, if it's available, you know.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
Just, like, get the fuck away.
Yeah, so it is just going to start digging down because that's where it knows it can find safety. All right, so it's 20 feet underground now. There's a very obvious tunnel that you can jump down into. Where you can see it, and you can kind of see Bianca's body just like mixed in with the dirt as she's like currently technically prone, just swirling around the dirt.
With inspiration's gonna help you there, buds.
It's all good.
Woo! Alrighty, Carasilla, anything else?
No.
No.
This is, I think, one of the funniest combat encounters, just like in general, this dungeon so far, because it's like you've done so many people have done things to try and help somebody else, and it just ends up backfiring.
Yep.
So funny that you say that.
Okay, so we come to Ashima's turn.
Oh god.
All right, you said there's a visible hole now.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'd like to do is jump down it and slow fall.
Oh, nice. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. Hell yeah.
And when getting on top of it, I'm gonna flurry of blows. I'm just gonna supernova on it.
Okay.
I don't like this thing.
The image of you, like, catching up to it by falling faster than it can dig. It's just like, man.
So my 2 quarterstaff strikes are a 19.
Okay.
And a natural 20.
All right, those hit.
God.
Yeah.
Okay, 16. So 31
Nice.
on the first.
Okay.
13 on the second. And then for the unarmed strikes, that's going to be a 23 on one.
Woo, okay, nice.
And yeah, hand of harm's kind of worthless here. So one more. 19 on the second unarmed strike.
Okay.
11 points of damage on the first. 10 points of damage on the second.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. With roughly about 60, I think about 50 points of damage there, as you are just like crack, and then just cutting into it with your hands, trying to do as much damage as you can. You eventually crack through that thick exoskeleton, cracking into the acid. Luckily, bludgeoning damage causes no acid spray back, which is nice. You're just sort of cracking into it, feeling that pain on your knuckles, but the adrenaline is fueling you so you don't take any damage there. And as you do, eventually you land this deadly blow into the back of the head. As you can see, the creature stops and begins to like spasm, and it's just going to aim its head up and is just going to rapidly spit bile and acid out of its mouth in these death throes. So I need, let's see, it's 20 feet underground. So yeah, Suni, you are not affected by this, but Ashima, Bianca, and I'd say Karasilla, you are close enough. As it just begins to spit acid up into the air. Oh wait, Desmond, you are within 10 feet.
Still under it though?
You are, but it's like spitting it up and it's just kind of falling out of its mouth and shooting out. Like it's just, the acid is just leaking out of the creature.
You said a dex save, Joe?
Yeah, dex save. And Bianca, since you're technically prone, you're going to make this with disadvantage.
Well, I already have 3 hit points, so let's see if it matters, but...
The 10 from Carousel.
Okay, failure.
14 for Suni.
Okay, failure.
And 8.
Oh, failure. And then Ashima?
Holy. You're not going to believe it, but you can check the D&D Beyond game log. That's another natural 20.
I trust you, my man, and that is a good thing. Alrighty, so... Got 1, got 7, got 8, 9, 11, and 15. Alright, so those of you that failed take 15 points of acid damage, and Ashima, you take a whopping 7 points of acid damage.
I am dead.
I am also dead.
Unconscious.
Okay.
Oh, unconscious. Yes.
I am unconscious.
Okay, so with that, Suni, you are unconscious. The Ankeg, however, is dead. As it is currently... Ooh, man, it's like currently dead on top of Bianca. Ashima, are you still conscious?
Yeah, I'm still up.
Okay, all right. So it is currently unconscious on top of Bianca. Bianca, you are unconscious. And Ashima, that was the end of your turn. To keep things interesting here, we're gonna move it in turn order because there is currently the threat of getting Bianca out. So as we move on to Bianca's turn from there, Bianca, I need you to make a death saving throw for me.
Okay, I've never done this on D&D Beyond before, so let's try. Do I just roll it? I just roll a d20 probably, right?
Probably.
Con
Actually,
saving throw.
yeah. Because I think you can hit. Oh no,
I
you can't really
see
hit.
where it's tracking my death saves. but I
Okay,
don't see
if you
where to
click on
roll
the
it.
face with the crosses on it,
Oops, whoop. Face with the cross.
yeah, there's like failures, successes.
Yeah, but I can see where to track it. It doesn't let me roll.
Oh, it does. Oh, that's weird. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just gonna roll a 20.
Yeah, just go for it. Yeah, because it'd be 20 plus 2.
8.
8. Okay, that's 1 failure. All right, 1 failure from Bianca. Then we move up to Suni. Suni, go ahead and make a death saving throw for me.
14.
14. That is 1 success. Alrighty. More when we come to you.
Oh man, gang. So, Morin moving over, she can see that this Ankeg is like on top of Bianca.
Correct.
Is it still just covered in fucking acid?
It's no longer spurting it out. You can move around it to avoid the damage.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Joe. We gotta get Bianca out.
I
I'm gonna try and fucking lift this thing.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Just
certainly
enough
try.
to get her out.
Yeah.
He's gonna try.
Okay. All right. So Morwen, you kind of hop down into the hole on top of the Ankeg with Ashima there.
All right. So what am I rolling?
So it would just be an athletics check.
Okay, I'm good at those.
So you try and lift up the Ankeg and pull up Bianca. at the same
25.
25. Oh yeah, hell yeah! You push your shoulder into it, right, to make sure a part of the chitinous plate that's not cracked or broken, so it can withstand the weight. You push up, you grab onto Bianca's shoulder, and you just lift her out like Jean Valjean style, lifting up the cart and pulling out the person.
Hell yeah!
As you pull her out, she's still unconscious, but she's no longer being crushed by the Ankeg's dead body.
And Morin will just pull her up, like, out of the hole. And just breathe, because I imagine that took a lot out of her to fucking lift that dead corpse.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Anything else, Morwen?
That's literally all she can do.
Okay.
She has no ability to heal, or she would.
Alrighty. Cecily, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm also a heelless person. Heelless. So,
Well said.
thank you. I pride myself on my use of the English language. I'm gonna. I think Cecily is just going to, despite having no skill in it whatsoever, just gonna run over to Suni and try to do a stabilization on him.
Okay. Go ahead and make a medicine check as you run up to him.
Joe, it was a natural one.
Nice.
Oh.
She kills me.
Joe. It just.
Man, you know.
Doesn't that? Wait. What does a nat 1 do?
Oh no.
Counts as a -10, right?
What? No. Well, but I mean, you does it
Negative
fail
10 death saving throw.
make him fail 1?
Obviously, I will defer to Joe, but I would assume it's a failure, which means he's still fine, but like it fucking blows.
I think that's what I'm gonna say. That because in this case with a medicine check like that, I know obviously natural ones and natural 20s they're not supposed to mean anything, but I like giving them a little bit of heat to them. Because, it feels good when you roll a natural 20, and it feels bad when you roll a natural 1. So I'd say that in this case, if you would have rolled a natural 20, I would have said Suni's up at 1 hit point. Like, you did a good enough job stabilizing him, doing all that he's back. But I'm going to say that with a natural 1, you just sort of run over towards him, and you have a much better control of the elements and your emotions. But seeing Suni unconscious, you just sort of like start to try and do like chest compressions, but with no training of how to do it, you end up doing more harm than good. And Suni, you're going to go ahead and fail 1 death saving throw.
You're like pushing the blood out of him.
Yeah.
You like hear a rib crack and
Oh my
no
God.
respiration.
Yeah. Oh, God. Alrighty, so Ankeg is dead, so we move on to Carasilla.
Okay, well, Carousel can actually do the healing. So first of all, she's
Yeah.
going to Bianca, and just cast a little Cure Wounds, and so you can get back 6 HP.
Woo! Thank you.
No more prone, no more unconscious.
And she can hover to Suni next, but if we're doing Eternal, then yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Ashima.
Okay. I'm just gonna get out of the way at this point. I'm gonna do a step of the wind just to jump out of the hole.
The air kicks up from underneath you as you just jump and then float onto the ground. We can say that you jump right here next to Suni.
Okay, and then using my very last key point, unless we take a short rest, so please, I'm gonna Hands of Healing him just to stabilize him. Gently moving Cecily to the side. And that is gonna be... Oh, why isn't it on here?
I think it's just your monk die. Your martial arts.
So 5 HP.
Okay. So with that,
Sweet.
Suni, you are no longer unconscious. Everybody is back. At least as much as they can be. In this moment, breathing and conscious. And Morwen, Carasilla, and Bianca, as you were down in that hole, you can see, coming from the cracked underbelly of this Ankeg, you can see
Oh my God.
a small, what looks to be haft of wood sticking out of its stomach. You're not sure what it is. You're not sure what this investigation will lead to. That is something we're going to have to see after our break. So we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we will hop right back into everything. So
I swore you were gonna say there was like a small baby or something
Yeah,
crawling out of
same.
it, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Combat round 3.
Humanoid baby.
little Ankeg baby, yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, but anyway, oh my goodness, look, there was some stuff going on over here. Thank you to the Young Muscle, the Healy Carr,
Nice.
and CBH Gamer 12 for the follows. Thank you so much, you guys. That is
Thanks,
that is very, very kind of you. I greatly appreciate the patronage and support. So thank you so much, and we'll be right back in like 5 minutes. The countdown timer. I'm gonna go get some tacos. I encourage you to go get some food and drink as well. So we'll be right back. Christ. I'm sorry that I have mentally abused all of you so much that this is the fucking tactics you guys are using.
Can I
Scary boys.
Can I 3D print?
Joe?
Can I 3D print an AR-15 receiver?
You've broken him.
What even are we?
Jesus Christ.
And I'm gonna flip to everyone else.
Okay. Alrighty. So all of you begin to ride that way, and as soon as you get within range, after moving your way through the fairgrounds, which as of right now are a little dull, it's about noon, so there are some small games happening, and you can see there are a few sparring matches going on. These people anywhere between plate and chain and
I'm ready, by the way. But the main use of it I saw that was truly badass was one of the players used Force Cage, and then one of my other players used Silence. So they basically just trapped an entire group of guards in a Force Cage, and then started just shooting them from afar, and they screamed silently like they were in a void of space until they were all dead.
So cool.
And we're back.
Yep. They just...
I would say, based on what we can do, and you guys want to get high?
I mean,
mushrooms.
It's either that or
smoke weed every
just
day.
kind of vibing balls this morning. And she's gonna...
Sorry, I'm a Neanderthal. Does that mean without?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. No, that's all right. That's all good. You're the normal one here. I'm the one using sands. Yeah, she'll just try to focus.
So,
Does anybody else hear that fucking annoying sound?
What, your fucking voice?
Very, very funny. You slay me. But the buzzing. Just every
What
now
do you
and
mean
then.
buzzing? Of course it's fucking buzzing. We're in a forest, fuck's sake.
It's different. It feels like it's fucking everywhere.
Betty. You don't mind. You got some of that spittle in your beard again. It all froze.
I didn't know what I'm doing with me.
I'm just saying.
Alright.
A little
There's
messy.
no reason to
Why is
cause
it so
a
dark?
fuss.
Do
I'm gonna-
you brush? Is that blood? Did you just spit blood?
Clip, please, clip. I know what I'm doing with me spill.
somebody's on top of her. Cole, you can tell she's so close to death. Like, she's damn near, like, whoever's going, Minister James could have done something,
Well,
and it would have.
hold on, DM. I have the Mage Slayer feat. Did you say she's casting a spell?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I am. So last we left off, our intrepid group of adventurers.
Boo.
You won't do it, so I had to.
Not great.
Okay. So, Poe, you don't get a saving throw. You're just like this until either the spell ends or you lose a hit point. So, as a mouse, Powassum Meep.
Nice. That's going in the quotes.
Can blossom me.
This is really unnecessary, by the way, but we're doing it anyway. Misty Step to come behind this guy right over here, and he whispers into his ear, "It's nothing personal, kid." And I'm gonna try to like Anakin Skywalker to
I'm leaving this campaign.
Anakin Skywalker to Count Dooku with both of my swords, just trying to lob his head off with 2 attacks.
That's in.
Okay. So
Well-
we just pretend to offer them help.
Well, we'll say, do you want passage? They, you know, they don't realise we know who they are. They'll act friendly.
Should we follow the sounds, or should we figure out who the fuck's on the other end of the island first?
I would prefer not to be.
Did not have all the ingredients of said cocktail when I made it.
Alec blinks.
It's a metaphor. I'll tell you later.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
I'm sorry.
You.
She's just gonna hold up her hands like, I'm sorry.
I did say I didn't promise any.
Urgent. Go way back.
That
but
wasn't
yes,
Cyrus.
Madonna.
That wasn't his name.
Yes, it's what I call him anyway.
So you
Best friends.
you
Yes,
wine.
you know.
All right. Hi there, everybody, and welcome back. We are here. Let me go ahead and undeafen everything here. Get some music. Oh, wow. That is aggressive. And let's go ahead and undeafen Discord. Now, I'm sure they're going to be saying something ridiculous, so let's see.
Make you super
hi there.
allergic.
We
There
are
we go.
back. Ba, 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 ba. Didn't know what I was walking into. I gave everybody a warning that you never know when coming back in after being deafened.
Talking about cats and allergies.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not nearly as horrible as I thought it would be.
No, pretty normal.
How lonely do you think of us?
Honestly, I don't know. It really is very strange sometimes. Okay, so with that, as all of you, we're gonna go ahead and hop back in. So, zooming back into the game, as all of you recoil from your fight with this Oncake, blocking the path further in to these mines of Midgard, this area where you were sent by Odin to discover your new skills, to test your new abilities, to see your strengths, and to potentially discover some of your own weaknesses. The first fight done in this dungeon, in this abandoned mine. Not a mine, a tomb. All of you dispatched the Draugr, the undead dwarves, fairly easily. The real challenge came when you had to fight this insectoid monstrosity, an Oncake, this massive creature with spittle and bile, and acid that leaked out of its that hard chitinous plate covering its entire body. After a very hard combat, you were able to defeat the creature, and you were able to see the three of you still down in the tunnel, Bianca, Carasilla, and Morwen. You're able to see something protruding from the body. So, what looked to be a haft of wood. And I'm going to go ahead and pull everybody to this scene. Now, this is just kind of a ruined dungeon. And I'm going to go ahead and...
Look at our little chibis.
So currently,
She was so small.
the only people that are down there are these three. So, as you three are currently down in that hole where the Oncake was burrowing, you see the haft of wood sticking out. What do the three of you do?
Well, Bianca kind of
digitate any gore that's on it.
Good call. Good call. Bianca's just dizzy and kind of getting up, and she's like, "Oh my god."
Okay.
You all right, Bianca?
Enough.
I
Did
think it's
it?
probably a good idea we take a break after all this.
And she's gonna lean on the wall.
Okay.
Lauren will glance over to this heft of wood that's sticking out of the thing, and she'll kind of try to take a closer look at it to see if it's just a giant-ass piece of wood or if it's actually, like, shaped into something.
Yeah, so you would have to kind of pull it out of the body, but it does seem to be a carved haft of wood, probably some type of, at least at one point in time, did used to be some type of weapon.
Morwen's such a nerd when it comes to weapons. Yeah, she'll grip it and like put a foot like on the ant keg so that she can like pull back and try to push the ant keg body away to actually like get it out of it.
Yeah.
Or at least attempt.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check for me. Or athletics, sorry.
That's 22.
Yeah, 22. So it does take a little bit of wriggling and pulling and rocking back and forth, but eventually you do pull and tear, and you can feel that there was something caught, maybe some type of hook on a rib or something. And as you rip and pull and tear, you can hear the bone snap and the chitinous skin crack as you rip and pull. And as you pull out what looks to be a great axe of some sort. Carasilla, using prestidigitation, cleans off some of the acid and muck, and the thing that's most interesting to you, Morwen, is, for one, the massive weight of this thing. Very heavy. And you could tell that if you were not as strong as you were, you would not even be able to pick it up. You also notice that even though it's been embedded in this creature's stomach for who knows how long, that it has been covered in acid for who knows how long, as soon as Carasilla prestidigitates it, it looks brand new. Maybe a little worn and torn from other fights and battles. The actual blade of the axe having small engravings carved into it, the haft of the axe engraved with small things as well. Depictions of battle and different animals, horses and ravens and crows, winged creatures, large mammals, all of these things sort of running up the haft of the axe. It is a very beautiful weapon. And Morwen, being a nerd for these types of things, could probably infer that it's magical, since it wasn't dissolved by the acid of the creature.
Yeah, Morwen's like looking over just like all the imagery and like running her hand like up and down the shaft and like touching part of the metal, and then she kind of like shakes herself off, looks back to the other two, and she's like, sorry, we should get back to the others.
Is there anything about that has to do with what we found upstairs? Or not upstairs, on the main floor?
Don't know. Well, I think we're all beaten up enough that perhaps a rest is in order. I can take a look at it during that time, and I will get back to you.
Okay. And are we climbing out of this hole, Joe? Is there easy?
It's easy enough, with the help of the other three on top, to throw down some type of rope so you can join all the rest of them and climb back up.
Okay, cool.
So with that, all 6 of you now reunited on the top layer.
Anyone else up for taking a bit of a break before we move on?
Please.
Yeah, absolutely.
I absolutely need to regain my strength after that.
I suggest we move back into the main hall, perhaps closer to the entrance, just in case something wanders its way towards us.
I think that's a good call.
Agreed.
Not fucking with that well again.
Yeah, it didn't turn out well.
You can
Suni?
hear Keothi say through the ether, "Is now really the time to joke, Desmond?"
There's a time and place for everything.
Did Desmond
These words
even
echo in
laugh
your
at his
mind.
own joke? Is that what happened?
Yes. And I laughed so hard his rib popped back in place from when I fucked it up. Man.
Why does
Yeah,
it feel
so-
like someone stomped all over my chest? I don't know.
No idea.
Morwen ran by you, maybe she stepped on you, I don't know.
Yeah, stoke that fire.
But yeah, Cecily's just gonna side-eye Suni and then just drag her feet to the main room.
Okay.
Short rest then?
Yes,
Yep.
please.
Okay. All right. So all of you sit down in that central area, And sitting near the back of the room where there are no doors in or out, you take a sit and you begin your short rest. So the 6 of you sitting together over the course of the short rest, what would you guys like to do?
I'm trying.
Well, first of all, just for anyone that's using any hit dice, you get an extra whopping 2 points because it's on a rest.
Woo!
Total or per?
Yeah, it's a d6. So.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Love it.
HP is HP.
Correct. It will help. Bianca is going to now that we actually have like time to talk after she got back from leaving in the morning, she's going to fill everyone in on her findings after she got the lamp, and that the ghosts basically shared. Let me go to my notes. Sorry. I wrote it down so quickly because I was in a rush. Okay, so that it was a ghost close to Odin, and she was around when the daughter was born. It was Estrid's daughter, but Estrid never wanted Tyr. So I'm just kind of doing a little rerun of everything that we learned, and that she wasn't able to ask that last question because then Odin came and then she heard everything. And that they did plan on killing us in here, but Odin said no. But they needed us for something else. And yeah, kind of tying all those things in.
A small correction. It was the ghost said that Estrid, that Cecily was, the daughter was, Estrid was the mother. But it was that Estrid wanted Tyr. Not that she
did. I say...
Yeah, it's not that she didn't want Tyr, it's that she wanted Tyr and didn't want Odin.
Yeah, I totally just that's what I wrote down. I just misspoke, so thank you.
Okay, cool. Because that was like, I just wanted to go in with the correct info there. Okay, sorry.
Nope, I wrote it down right. I said it wrong. Yep, that's it.
You would not believe how many times that happens to me.
And Tyr wants Tyr, not Odin. But that Odin and Tyr were both her partners, so... Could be either. Still.
Well, fuck him. Whether he's my dad or not. Don't really know if I give a shit at this point.
But now we know you might actually be connected to Tyr, and that's why he needs us around. Like, I kind of had a hunch about that, but it's even more probable.
Well, then he probably needs me to open the door.
What are you gonna do?
Well, if I really am the only one that can, I doubt he'll kill me. Maybe we have a little bit more leverage than I thought. We both need that door open, don't we? I mean, we just don't want him to be able to get whatever's in there. Just don't know exactly how we do that.
Did Bianca share the fact that she thinks Loki covered for her?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Absolutely. She's gonna also say that she's sorry that she ended up in a situation that could have made the situation for everyone else worse. She did not intend for that. But yeah, Loki, yeah, she'll definitely add that part because she feels like that's probably something hopeful that will help us later. Hopefully.
Ashima will start scratching its chin.
What you got?
It would seem that Loki and I have one important thing in common. We're both gardeners.
What?
Glad there's someone else to say it lately. But yeah,
that was not a metaphor. I sent him a message that only someone with knowledge of botany would understand. I hope he's understood it. The way that he trimmed the herbs that they placed upon the spear that he hurled at Balder. He didn't pull them, he trimmed them, cut and come again. Only used the offshoots of it. He has an herb garden somewhere. This likely means very little to you all. My point in saying this is that Loki may be sympathetic to us and our cause, if not entirely for the most altruistic reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of message did you send him with your flowers?
Revenge.
Well,
something that I, as a monk, am sworn not to ever pursue for any reasons. Though, then again, Loki seems to be part of a pantheon that I'm entirely unfamiliar with. So rules, Betrayers, that do not apply to him.
maybe I can convince him that we're both rebel bastard kids and we should team up and wreck some shit.
I mean, he might already have his reasons for wanting to ally with us, or at least not see us harmed.
I think he does. I think it's just he's seeing an opportunity in us, which is fine by me as long as it doesn't harm anything.
At this point, I don't think we have any choice but to take a bit of a leap of faith. I don't know if we're going to find any other allies here, and we cannot do it on our own.
Yeah. Closest we had was Mimir, but guess we kind of fucked that one up. I fucked that one up.
No, that was a we. We shouldn't have. He was clearly uncomfortable with it, and I also wanted to pry.
Yeah.
I think Morwen was the only one with solid head on her shoulders that time.
It's a bad situation. Don't blame yourself.
Well, first thing we gotta do is not get killed by some giant bug fuck.
It's no more looking down wells for me.
Me either, dude. Gotta say, though, If the only good thing that comes out of this whole Fjordalith bullshit was getting dipped in the dew, it was still kind of worth it for me.
You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask for some time, and due to circumstance, I haven't. Since we have some time, I thought I would do it now, though. Once we go back in time and prevent the heist on Brahmsgrov, what do the four of you plan on doing next?
Well, that's a tough question, considering I haven't had a plan ever.
That's the consensus amongst all of you.
Well, stopping the Dark One takes priority before all other desires. After that, I'd care to see the beaches of Atarashi once more.
You're not thinking that stopping the Dark One's going to be as simple as getting back to Bromsgrove, right?
No. No, I don't think that will be the case.
Well, we wanted to discuss something with you, and at that point, Morin will kind of look at Carousel and do the kind of nudge nudge with her head, like, okay, your turn.
Wow. I mean, I think we've spent enough time with each other to know that each of us have our own respective strengths, and, well, I think today, if anything, and especially that, perhaps not with the Ankeg, but with the previous fight, it's kind of showed that you need allies if you're going to try and have such ambitious goals as trying to take on the Dark One. And so, we were wanting to at least float the offer of perhaps you joining with us. Once we get back to Bromsgrove and able to reverse all these heist things and, well, hopefully get back our men, could join the Church of the Flame with us. And you would be with us, to clarify. We wouldn't let you go off with any other. We're not necessarily looking for answers now, of course, so don't all speak at once, please, but, at least giving you the option. Because no other people know more about taking on the Dark One than, well, the Children of the Flames, so you're all in this if you want help. I feel like it's the best option.
And one thing we've all really lacked for a long time was allies. Doing this by ourselves has been overwhelming.
Well, when you say join, how far are we talking? Like, do I need to... Am I gonna need to have beliefs?
I was curious about that as well.
Well, the organization is believed to be surrounded by Palor and the Creator and such, but you're free to worship whom you want. As long as you hate the Dark One and are willing to fight and fight for the light, there's no specific beliefs you need to have. Please, Joe, correct me if I'm wrong.
The only thing that I was going to say is that it's kind of evenly divided amongst followers of the Children of the Flame, that some of them believe in Palor, some of them have they worship Kosseth, and others they more directly just worship the light. Not even tied to Palor or Kosseth, just the idea of light in general. And there are other beliefs within it. Morwen spoke truthfully. It's more so about wanting to fight against the Dark One than anything else.
Well, for as much as you hear about it, it's not exactly the most conformist in terms of things like that, if that's what you're worried about. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like the most important thing is just having numbers of people and people that are wanting to do the right thing. And I think you'll very much fit that criteria.
I would look like a very silly member of your organization. But what friends do not look different from one another?
How would you look silly?
Well, for one, I think your armor is wonderful. Bit too heavy. The colors.
So we'll just flash onto her little like Children of the Flame like uniform thing and just kind of like extending her arms out. I think it's quite a nice color palette, right?
It works very well on you, but with my eyes, in any event, no, I think there's a lot of merit. I'd be happy to fight by your side any day, is what I mean to say. But struggle to.
Suni will kind of look to the ground for a second, and then he'll kind of like whisper to himself a little bit. He'll say, kindle the light, shelter the light, preserve your own light, and be the light. And he'll just kind of like go through that motions, and then we'll look up and make eye contact with first Carcilla, then to Morwen, and he says, and we'll say, I don't know, but I think maybe that's what I'm supposed to do anyway. And I've not been a very good paladin, but from now on I need to kindle the light and shelter the light and preserve the light and be the light, and I think this is the place and the people to do it with. So you can count me in. And I want to say again, I am really sorry to everyone about everything. Putting you all in danger time and time again, refusing to do the things I need to do to help you stay out of danger, and then to the worst of it, acting dangerously towards you all. So please. And then he'll look specifically to Morwen, and he'll bow his head and he'll say, I am deeply sorry.
Morn will kind of like tap her fingers like against the ground for a second. You know, that's good enough for me.
I think we have a lot of similar goals. And like I said earlier, I think we're going to be really good friends. And I'm looking forward to maybe being part of the Children of the Flame as well.
Cecily will shrug and just kind of, well, gone where these three have gone so far. Not like it's gotten me into any trouble, right? Kidding. Yeah. Why not? I don't know what I'm meant to do, but I think I know who I'm meant to be with.
Cecily, that was really nice.
Take it while you can.
What about you, Bianca? You're being quiet.
Well, the light and I have never really been friends, but Flame seems to get along with me pretty well. The only other goal that I have besides the Dark One, as you guys know, is Issen. And while the Dark One takes first priority, he is a huge priority of mine. But I don't think being part of the Children of the Flame would impede on that. I only think it would assist. But I just wanted to reiterate that. And I did make a pact with the Raven Queen, so. But she's also a fan of the light in some regards. She's gonna pull out the lantern. That's why she gave me this. So I think it's a good idea. I do, for all of us. I don't know much about the Children of the Flame besides you two, but if you guys are representation enough of them, then I think it'll be a great choice.
We have a long way to go before you really need to make a final decision, so while this excites me to hear you all seem so open about it, just, keep thinking about it.
So we wouldn't want you exactly swearing any oaths until Bromsgrove anyways. It's
No, definitely not.
better to do it upon a shard rather than just wherever we find ourselves now. And like I said, you would be under us, of course. We would become your senior kindled. But we're not like perhaps some of the other white cloaks you hear about. We would very much, well, hopefully operate the way that we are now. You would still have say, we'd still value your opinions and, well, everything you can do, I think. Be wrong of us not to. And we would do everything in our own powers to make sure that we're only doing the things that each of us see fit.
And you guys will love our men, honestly. They're all phenomenal people. Every single one of you would get along with them in an instant.
I have no doubt about that, by the way you guys talk about them and miss them so much.
Honestly, it might be kind of nice to belong to something, too.
I know what you mean. Well, let's get some rest. We still have probably a long way to go.
I did want to ask one quick question.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Just because, you're inviting us, what was the main reason you guys joined the Children of the Flame? Like, what made you fall in love with it in the first place?
Well, really, it's my fault, I think, at the beginning of things. I was asked to join. And, well, it seemed to be good people. Doing good things, and... well, I thought it'd be an interesting opportunity, at least. More naturally follows. It's a copycat of everything I do.
I knew you wouldn't survive one mission without me to watch your back.
Well, to be fair, we were just in Bromsgrove, so I don't think too much could have happened. But...
yeah, but you're fragile.
But, 2 years later, and, well, I guess we find ourselves still here. And, well, it's true, we have helped people. And I think that's worth something.
For me, it was, like Carousel said, I followed her and, wanted to make sure she was safe, and, she's my sister. Never known life without her. But, my work that I did beforehand was lifting crates, moving barrels, stacking cargo. It was nothing fulfilling by any means. It was backbreaking and tired, and it made me stronger than I was, but it didn't make me happy. I wanted to just do something, feel important, something to actually help people. And that was the opportunity that the Children of the Flame gave me. I just started helping people, and whether it was small or big ways, I could just walk away, work, wake up feeling accomplished. And
So-
to do that at my sister's side, couldn't ask for anything better than that.
So in a weird way, you're actually kind of here by choice?
So,
What do you mean?
I don't know, it's just...
didn't exactly fall upon us as it seems to have with all of you, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, just hard to wrap my head around somebody signing up for this without it all getting thrown at them first.
Well, in all
Well.
fairness, it wasn't exactly like we were signing up to be here right now. It was a process. I mean, in the beginning we were just in Bromsgrove. We wouldn't go out and do things like this necessarily at all.
Okay, well, if you weren't saving the fucking world or whatever, like we all are right now, what would you be doing?
You mean if I never joined the Children of the Flame?
No, just... if shit didn't get as bad as it did, what would you be choosing to do?
I imagine just what we were doing. Going with our men, going city to city, finding those that needed help, looking for dark friends, and capturing or eliminating them as necessary.
Not all as bad as this. I say that, at least.
Was it fun?
More than others.
It's easier with more people as well, though, and especially with the rest of the backing of the organization. I mean, you're not alone in it. That's the first thing I feel. You have others, you have resources. You have more than just 6 people going into places.
Information as well. People have been doing it a lot longer than any of us. A lot longer.
Who's the nastiest dark friend you've ever fought?
Joe, you want to chime in on that?
It was probably that guy in a Giant's Bridge, honestly.
Okay, I kind of thought it was him.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if there was like a bigger or nastier one. I know he's a bad
Reckoning.
dude, but
Reckoning is finally happening.
well, as we already told you, there was Ukad, or as you know him, Daku. He was a piece
Well, I
of
suppose
work.
we also met Nakure for a brief moment as well.
Oh god,
Didn't exactly
yes.
fight him, but
Did not like the look of that guy at all.
no.
The member of the 13 we met before running into all of you.
What a cool name, though. Nakure.
I think I'd be an actor.
You'd
Or
be
like
pretty good
a-
one.
You think?
Yeah. You had Poe eating out of the palm of your hand in Water's Wake before he even knew who you were.
Yeah. He's a little easy to trick, though. I don't know. Maybe an actor. Definitely not a singer. Dancer. Maybe be in a band? I
Do
can't
you
play
play?
anything. No, I can't, but we could work on it.
I mean, we
Or
could still
like,
form a band, right?
Yeah, we already have one fantastic musician.
The best.
I know, but we lost our lead singer in Keothi.
She said she'll be
She'll
back.
right?
That's true.
Exactly.
And then that'll be what we do after we finish all the Stark One shenanigans. We'll just go around. I'll handle our finances.
Hell
She
yeah.
handles the finances.
No, that's good. We're gonna need a manager. I saw too many small-time acts all around Summer's Rest those days we were there. They just didn't know how to use their money. I don't know. Maybe I could write stuff.
Like what?
Maybe. I don't know. Used to write in a journal. Somebody told me once that some of it was good. Huh?
Wait, what makes writing good or bad? How does that make any sense?
Like, not the words, Suni, like the,
It's a very formal system determined by whoever has the most pieces of paper. And however many people with the most pieces of paper believe that those pieces of paper are worth more pieces of paper.
It's kind of like, remember when Ashima was telling the story to those kids back at the at that camp before we became outlaws, way back then, and how the kids were holding on to every single word he said. It's like if he told that story much more plainly. So good writing is more like what Ashima did, but like the story is written down. Well, bad writing, based on opinion, of course, is something that's just a little bit more like plain and not as interesting to read.
I see.
Yeah.
In all honesty, it just comes down to if it sounds good, it's good. If it sounds bad, then it's bad. But we'll also like to add, if you're still currently outlaws, right?
Yeah.
As far as we know.
I will say that if you do end up joining, that will count as your service. That mark on your name would be cleared as well.
True.
That's what quite a few people do.
Oh, well, now that's kind of a...
Two birds, one stone.
Wait, even if we're in... Wait, never mind. Stupid thing I was about to say. Sorry. Disregard.
I will say, I don't think that should be the only reason why you want to join. But perks are perks.
Sounds like a coercive way to hire new members, but it certainly helps us.
Oh, a lot of people use it as such, but in all reality, it should be a way to at least give people second chances, especially those that don't have any other way of seeing freedom either way.
Did
Most
we?
people that are chucked in jail are good at something anyways.
Did we ever, as a group, Joe, connect the dots that Red Skinner is that one guy in the Children of the Flame? Or are we still under the impression we're still haven't connected those dots yet?
I don't think we've mentioned it.
Yeah, I don't think we would have. It was just like a little
Right.
Dory mentioned it so much in passing that there's no reason for us to have commented on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah. No. You're good. Yeah. I would. Probably just agree with that. That it's been said so much now that I don't think this would trigger something else.
So this is exciting.
Yeah, I'll definitely continue to think on it, but I kind of like the idea.
So, with that, unless there's anything else during your rest.
I mean, Morwen's going to study the axe, but nothing in terms of group conversations.
Okay.
I think Cecily would want to check on Suni at some point during the rest. Maybe find a private moment, and she'll just kind of examine the spot where she did shoddy medical work. And just kind of say, hey, you sure you're doing all right?
Well, in fact, I'm not doing all right. I hate knowing that you were cooler than me today. That thing with the fire blast thing? What the hell, Cecily? That was awesome.
Yeah, just a little bit. But, I meant the, spot there. And she'll just kind of point at whatever noticeable wound there is.
Oh, well, it's not that big of a deal. I've lived through worse. Don't have to worry about me.
You, remember a long time ago you asked me what magic felt like?
Yeah?
What does it feel like when you heal someone?
Well, I guess I've not really thought about it much, but it's almost like if I had inside of my chest, like, this pool of light, and then when somebody's hurt, it's like the pool is seeping through my hands and filling up their pool. Does that make any sense? And I can feel it emptying out of me into them.
It makes sense, but I just don't know if I've ever felt that. It's cool. Now, I mean, casting spells used to make me so angry. Now they flow out better. But I see Kyo and Shima healing people. I saw Poe protecting all of us. Carasilla can heal people. Bianca is able to do medicine. And then even Morwen, she was able to get Bianca out of there just now. But it's like whenever my friends are hurting, there's nothing I can do.
Cecily, let me stop you there and tell you something. It has become abundantly, overwhelmingly clear that by leaps and bounds, you are the strongest person here. Please do not worry that you can't do something like that, because the things that you can do are mind-boggling. And I know once you get the hang of it all the way, no one's gonna be able to stop you. So you take care of your part, and we'll have your back. And your sides and your front and everything.
Okay.
Is that clear?
You got it.
And I want you to know how hard it was for me to say that to you. Because I want to be the strongest. And I'm not afraid to admit it.
You don't have to admit it, Suni. Okay, sure. Guess I just, I don't know, having my usual inner turmoil and shit.
Hey, well, anytime you need a friend to help you sort that out, you know where to find me. I'll set you straight each and every time.
Okay. With that, as the two of you rejoin the group, your short rest concludes, and in that moment, Morwen, if you choose to, you will attune to the axe.
I will choose to attune and hope it's not cursed.
I will add it to your D&D Beyond inventory, as you currently have just attuned yourself to this, as of right now, uncommon great axe. The name comes to you, as you can see the runes and divots in the head of the axe begin to light and glow, the magic coming back to it. You can feel that weight that was once there immediately becomes lighter in your hands. There is still heft and weight to the axe, but it's odd. You feel as though you could throw this thing pretty far. And just to test it out, you do, sort of throwing it into a pillar. It thunk, slams into the pillar about maybe 40, 45 feet away from you. And then you get this tingling sensation in your fingertips as you just flex your hand, and the axe flies out of the stone and back into your hand.
Joe,
as
Morwen, you give me the Leviathan axe.
You have just attuned to the Leviathan axe. Do you remember?
Oh my god!
Do you remember how you were like, you want to tell me what the weapon is, like what at least what the weapon type is? And I was like, no, I think that you're gonna be okay with it.
That, and you are correct.
So here's the thing.
Oh my god.
This weapon requires a strength of 20 or higher. So I think that you, Alec, and Grok are the only three people that could even wield it. I don't even know about Grok. I think Grok's strength is 18. So it's like between you and Alec. But
and
it is in Morwen's hands now. And the thing is I'll let you know this right now, is this weapon will grow with Morwen, all right? So kind of like the, just so you know going into it, kind of like the vestiges of divergence that, from Critical Role, it's going to have a similar thing to that. So as you continue to use the axe, anticipate some familiar skills from your runic build in God of War.
Oh, shit. I'm so excited right now.
Axe in your hands. There's some heft, there's some weight, but you are no longer the grounded fighter who can only choose to throw javelins if you're angry enough. Now, You have some type of ranged option.
I'm so stoked.
Yep. There we go. The details are on D&D Beyond. It's in your character sheet right now. I'll go ahead and equip this and have you attune to it. So it does require attunement. And the throne property is 45 to 90. So the max without disadvantage is 45, and then the after 45 it's disadvantage, and then after 90 it's just a miss. And then as a bonus action you can recall the weapon. So that does mean that you can throw it, recall it, and then throw it again, but then you'd have to wait until your next turn to call it back.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
Could you also just like leave it in a dude for a few rounds and then bonus action call it back later?
Yes, you can do that. There is no maximum recall distance. So provided you're on the same plane of existence, you could just flex. And it might take a minute, but it will come to you.
Amazing. We're like about to go to the Shadowfell or whatever. It's like, hey guys, wait a minute. You just hear this thing clanging through all of Tarkir, just...
But you're not expecting this.
On like a different continent or something. Just recall it. Have to wait like a few minutes for it to come.
Yeah.
Do you imagine being a sailor, and you're like on the open ocean, and like the rest of the crew is asleep, and you're just admiring the cold ocean, and then there's just like this axe that flies by you.
Goes like straight through the sail, just ripping a hole in it.
Man, this just in, 27 dead, including 3 children, in mysterious flying axe incident.
I cannot imagine
Magic
the
axe
situation.
breaks through orphanage. No survivors.
It span around for return laps.
What if it goes like so fast that it like begins to orbit? I know it's not a spherical plane, but
Yeah, it's so funny. And then it's like, what is that? What was that in Superman, or was it in Flash, where like he like runs around the Earth so
both.
many times?
Both.
Yep. Both.
It's the same dumb concept.
Oh god.
DC fans, full offense.
Made a lot of enemies today, Connor. Okay.
I deal with it.
Oh, I love it. All right. So with that, I'll go ahead and move. Let me preload this real quick just to give an opportunity for some computers that aren't necessarily as intense. All of you get up from your short rest, a little bit recovered, and you begin to head further into the mine. So you really have the one way to go now, which is through that doorway. Okay, I guess Suni's leading the way.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, Suni, as you make your way through the door, I'll go ahead and throw you. Oh no!
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So,
Why?
as immediately when you walk in, you can see that on this step right there, there looks to be some type of small journal or a book of some sort. It's askew. It seems to have just fallen maybe out of somebody's pocket, but it's currently kind of half propped up on one of the steps. Covered in dust. Hasn't been touched in a while.
Can I examine the area for traps before I do anything?
Make an investigation check.
Hell yeah. Brains before bronze, ladies and
There you
gents.
go, yeah.
You said
flex those rogue muscles. Yeah, investigation.
investigation. That's not incredible. That's a 12.
Brains before bronze, but you are a bronze.
Thing.
Cameron, you haven't earned the right to laugh at jokes
No,
like
Joe,
that.
I have heard all of you slander my jokes for like 6 years. You all can take it once every now and again.
Man. This joke brought to you by the Scaly Gang. Wait, I'm not gonna. Never mind. I'm not gonna say Scaly. That means a thing.
And you've said it now twice.
Scaly.
When he's a
Big old
scaly,
follow
that's
Okay,
investigation.
all right. Ha. Okay. So, peeking down, it doesn't look to be trapped. It honestly just looks like it was tucked in somebody's pocket and fell out.
Well, I will reach down and pick it up then. Carefree.
Yep. Scoop it up. It's not open. As you pick it up, you can see that inscribed, sort of pressed in, with maybe a brand of some kind. On the very front, it says, "This journal is property of Aaron Marilyn, a Gleeman."
So soon he's gonna turn around and he'll say, "To his journal, eyes to property."
Suni, might I inspect that journal? There may be a cipher.
Fine.
He'll call back and say, certain very archaically.
All right.
Perhaps Suni and I can piece some of it together, though.
Ashima, do you open the book?
Yeah.
Okay. As you open the first page, you almost drop it instinctually as a voice shouts out of the book. "This journal is property of Aaron Marilyn, a Gleeman, so if this book does not belong to you, get your filthy mitts off. But if you are Aaron Marilyn, welcome back, you handsome devil."
It appears as though he's lost it.
Well, do we need someone to pretend to be Aaron Merlin?
I'm Aaron Merlin, duh.
Alright, go for it.
Wait, maybe I shouldn't be.
I'll take the role.
I don't know if it's gonna read anything else out loud, and I just don't want to embarrass myself.
Ashima's like whispering to the book. "Can you hear me?"
There is no response from the book. As far as Ashima can tell, it is an inanimate object.
Who needs Arcana?
Carasilla, do you have anything that could help this situation? Like a voice pretending to be somebody, maybe?
I mean, do we know if it needs that, or if it was just like an alarm?
Yeah, I'll just try and take another looky-loo inside.
Yeah, if you open it, you flip to the next page. There's no trap or anything. It's just a warning.
Oh, okay. That's good. Good.
Yeah. And how this works, it's pretty much it's written out, but it's pretty much like it's using. It works a lot like voice memos, where apparently this Gleeman, Aaron Marilyn, would speak to the book and it would transcribe what he was saying, and then also it would play it back for him so he could listen to what he wrote.
Nice.
So using a combination of pretty much why can't I think of the spell? Tiny Mouth, I think that's what it's called. Magic Mouth, yeah. Using a combination of that along with his own tinkering, pretty much recorded like an audio recorder for his bardic journeys. So I'll go ahead and share this document with all of you right now. Let me go ahead and do this change because you're getting pretty much his journal here, but because there's an audio version. It does read aloud
audiobook
with as you're just sort of standing there without reading it. Suni, you are very easily able to follow along as Aaron reads his writings out aloud. So it starts, the 12th of Summer Court, 1888. So the newest journey begins. Not sure if I'm going to regret this, but I feel pulled to this. Whatever these six have planned, it is going to be big. It'll make one hell of a story. The 20th of Summer Court, 1890. All right, well, that was odd. The Goliaths welcomed us in thanks to Laufey. That woman, she scares me. That axe she wields is worthy of 1,000 stories, let alone what she can do with it. Anyway, they had us commune with the seed of the World Tree, Yggdrasil, the Jormungandri people call it. The Goliath said that with the right amount of magic applied to a focus, it can be channeled into the tree, opening a gate to the different realms, and in some cases, to different times. The Anakalathai gave each one of us a novice to try this magic out. The novice that guided me went by the name Keothi. She said she was an Anakalathai, but the hair. She was the only one. Regardless, she was a nice girl. She had a lot of questions about the outside world for me. It was adorable how much she wanted to know. I could see that look of adventure in her eyes. I do hope they let her explore one day. 25th of Sunspire, 1891. Well, that meeting definitely could have gone better. I mean, what did they expect? A peaceful, rational meeting with him? No, and if they did, they obviously don't know him as much as they thought they knew. Tyr did his best to keep the meeting peaceful, but tension seemed high between the two. No peace to be had there. She keeps talking like there's something else bigger going on here, but doesn't ever want to clue me in. She doesn't want to spoil the story, she says. And then many of the following pages seem to be a first and second draft of a story detailing the return of the Goliaths to the material plane and the reckoning of the fractured peninsula. This is a time where those who transgressed against the giants would pay for what they had done. Each draft is 20 to 35 pages, and the one thread between them is the return of Sutur, a fire giant, and the destruction of Odin. 5th of Wintercrest, 1894. Well, it finally happened. Any deal with Odin is forever sullied due to Tyr. Of course, the plight for most men. Love would lead the destruction of this plan. She talks of a home that used to belong to the Dowie. A place where we can hide to let things die down before we leave the Western Salamander. You know, she believes the Amaranthine Order is done, but I disagree. Those people who have been rejected by society because of how much they care will be the ones that'll fight the hardest. She also says that he'll be waiting for us in the mountains of Loshar. However, we have to leave behind our most valuable possessions now that Odin has seen them. She said he could use them to scry on us. My cloak especially so. Typically, these cloaks are passed down from one worthy gleeman to another. If someone should find this book, and you should find my cloak, if you fancy yourself a storyteller, and someone will be the light in the darkness, take up my cloak and wear it well. After all, this world becomes so much darker without the joy that can be found in music and stories. The journal seems to end there. So, by the way, just for all of you, the current year is 1908.
Well, I know I was saying I'd be an actor, but sounds like that cloak might be your thing, Carousella.
Certainly happy to check it out.
I wonder how many murderous insects are between this and the cloak.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it says if you find the book, you find the cloak. Oh no, never mind, I can't read.
Well, I found the book down here on the stairwell, and Suni will lead back into this corridor and point down the stairs. But I didn't see any cloak.
Well, further down we go.
Yeah,
I'd
just
certainly be interested in it.
I guess, do we have any idea who these people were?
I do not, but I have a good guess of who they might be now.
Share
Yeah.
that insight.
Oh, it's only a theory. We received the news about the Detsi. They're a tribe that lives in the mountains of Loshar, have been more aggressive recently in their attacks. They've always been peaceful, small groups of bandits, youth who nothing better to do, but that's everywhere. Recently, their attacks have picked up. Could it be because could it be the Armantine Order is in those mountains? Does he hold those caves to be sacred? Not worth pondering over till there's more information. Just speculation.
Well, if that is true, at least some of them are alive.
For better or worse.
Alright, well, I don't see any way this goes that we don't go down these stairs, so...
Well, there was another door back there, but it's a mine, so I think we're gonna have to go down eventually.
That's fair.
Yes, it's onward then.
Let's go.
Womp, womp, womp.
Alright, Cecily is, Oh, I was gonna go forward, but I can't. I was gonna speed run.
Jump off
Oh, wow, there we go.
Rolling around. Oh wait, there's the.
Yeah, so what about this door we're passing?
Meow.
Nothing down there.
Can I peek in?
Yeah.
Oh
Cecily-
god, there's another door.
Yeah,
Cecily
partially
has
covered
opened the
with
door.
Rubble too.
Movable.
Yeah, with a little bit of effort. Yeah.
Looks at more.
Hold on. Dancing lights. Let me see. Oh no, it's so tiny. Never mind. All right. I really thought there was gonna be more to the right. That's okay. Never mind. No, we could just all pop in.
Is there anything cool in there while we're all cramped up?
In
Rubble.
here, it just looks like an interconnected hallway leading from the stairwell into some type of private room. Ashima, your passive perception is, let's see, 13, or is that?
Yes.
Yeah. And then 10, and then 12, and then 9. Nice. 11. Carasilla is 20. So Ashima and Carasilla, coming from that doorway that's covered up by rubble, you can hear this sort of chittering noise. Scaly plates or chitinous plates interconnected, rubbing up against each other.
Ashima will grab the door and slowly shut it.
As all of you continue on down the hallway. Alrighty. So, as all of you proceed further down the stairway, I'll go ahead and pull you all to this next scene here. As you descend down the stairs, you can see two doorways open, and coming from this direction, specifically this way over here, you can hear this guttural noise, this rung, wah, nah, and you can hear this like thumping of massive hands and feet on stone. You're not sure exactly what is that way, but there is something big, and there is something in there trying to control whatever that big thing is. But before we can learn what that is, we'll have to figure it out next week. Oh, so that is where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's session. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, everybody, for playing. Also, thank you to Aspire Gaming and Touche720 for gifting the sub. That was very, very nice of you. To the Garrick. I hope that you all enjoyed the session so far. I know that it's going to be quite the session next week as they figure out whatever big thing is thumping and bumping in the spooky dooky dark. But we'll just have to see next week. Or tune in next Friday, or this Friday, for the Explorers of Afera, as we finally get back to what Afera is all about. Sad conversations with NPCs. Really selling that one.
Really the definition of what Afera is all about.
Or tune in this upcoming Saturday for a fairly lighthearted session of Isles of Avarion as they're stopping at a little island, and I'm sure nothing's going to go wrong. Or tune in next Wednesday, next Tuesday, obviously, for the Salamander Coast, or next Wednesday, for the one-on-one shot between myself and Felicity, not for Bianca, but for a new character entering the Isles of Ivarion campaign. It'll be streamed. Yeah, it'll be streamed live on this channel next Wednesday.
I'm excited for you to join us.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Very excited for the one shot. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. If you are new here and you're looking for a bunch of like-minded nerds to talk with, there is the link to the Discord. Please join away. Very active most days, talking about anything nerddom, not just D&D or tabletop RPGs, but video games, movies, music. We talk about the whole lot of it. So feel free to join the Discord if you like to talk about nerdy things or you like to talk about movie. If you just like to talk about anything with cool people, I think we're pretty cool. I mean, I'm not cool, but I'm easy to get along with. So
Joe, stop selling yourself short. You're the coolest guy here.
No nibbles.
Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Excited to see you next time. And that is where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's stream. So thank you so much for playing, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you either this Friday, this Saturday, next Tuesday, next Wednesday, or why do we play D&D so much? I'll see you again. All right, I promise. This isn't the last you're going to see of me. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.